Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this world. My name is Jade, and this is the Odd Couple Rant. And today on the show, my guest is Thomas Christ. You may know him from shows like You Rock and Thomas Christ Live. Is that what it's called now? It's not. I'm wrong. The show is sponsored by DistroKid. Let's complain. Yow! Is that creepy? Welcome to the show. My name is Jade, and this is the Odd Couple Rant. We do this every now and again, and it is sponsored by our dear friends at DistroKid. And let's give you a little bit of a rundown, something positive for you, because DistroKid is the gateway for you to release all of your music at a ridiculously low price of $24.99 billed annually. That works out to about $2.08 monthly. But if you use my code, which is DistroKid.com/VIP/Jade. So you'll get 7% off your first year, and you can absolutely rely on DistroKid. I've been relying on them for many a year, since like about 2015, way before they sponsored this show. So what do you get for that $24.99? Well, you get to release unlimited songs, unlimited lyrics, Spotify checkmark. You get to split your money with other people you may have recorded the song with, access to a whole bunch of tools, and you can do it all from a mobile device on iOS or Android. Anywhere you like. You can upload a song on an aeroplane if you've even got Wi-Fi. It is ridiculous. There are two other tiers. The Music Plus tier, which is $44.99, which you get 2 artists and a whole bunch more things. Look at all those ticks, all these extra things you get over here, right? Take a snapshot and you can find out for yourself. Or you can use the ultimate plan, which I use, which is $89.99 billed annually. And I just paid my fee this year, and I'm happy with it because I have like 6 artists. And nobody listens to my music, but you know what? At any time I'm at a pub, I can say, I'm on Spotify, baby. So, it's all good. Want to thank DistroKid for sponsoring my channel and allowing me to do these shows. They've been with me a very long time, and I'm very, very honored to be able to preach what they do and what they do for me here. And as always, I love you. DistroKid. Oh, yeah. So, my guest today is Thomas Christ. He's awesome. He's a great musician. He's got a fantastic channel. He puts himself way at the back of the line, and he plays a lot of your music each and every week. You guys send him music. He's got a show called You Rock. He does live streams on the weekend playing his own music and some covers occasionally. And he's now got a show where he shows you how he makes his music. And, he's criminally undersubscribed. I got to say it about Thomas. Yes. No, not yes. And you really should go over and subscribe to him, because his links are down in the description. We're going to bring him on. We're going to talk all things YouTube today. And once I bring him on, then we'll say hello to you all. We won't do the usual 30 minutes before we say g'day. Ladies and gentlemen, tables and chairs, pull down. It's Thomas Christ. Let's bring him on. Whoa, those applause. Thomas, welcome.
Hey, everyone. Hey, Jade. Good to see you.
Thank you for taking time out of your day to join me here. It's always good to hang out with you, Thomas. As I said, look, you do so much for this community. It's a lot of work to put together all these songs each and every week.
It is.
It is, yeah. Look, I know. I'm a YouTube content creator, and I'm sure we're going to have a bit of a bitch today and try and be positive at the same time, right? Because there's things, right? But no, what you do is very awesome, and I don't know if people fully understand just how much work. In fact, why don't you tell us for yourself how much work does go into? No, seriously. Normally I would do like an elevator pitch and say, who are you? What do you do? I think most people know who you are, right? But I'm interested. Give us a breakdown of how do you collate this stuff? What goes into the week of preparing for You Rock?
Oh my goodness. So now I'll preface this by saying I should be doing a lot of this stuff on Tuesday night, and a lot of times I just failed to do that because I'm a procrastinator. I have a song about that. But anyway, I have to pull. So every time you put I have a form through Google Forms. So the really awesome thing about this is you pull a form out and you get a spreadsheet. And so what I have to do is I have to take the whole spreadsheet, I have to make a copy of it, and then get rid of all the tracks that were from previous weeks. Then I have to download, I have to reformat some things in there. I have to download that. Then after I'm done with that, what I have to do is I have to open it up in Numbers, and then I have to start going through changing a whole bunch of stuff to make it fit a little bit better. And then I have to start kind of going through and fixing things like when people don't capitalize like the first words of their song, each word in their song titles and stuff. I fix all that so it looks nice.
Capitalize
and then I
your
go
song titles, folks. Capitalize your song titles for Thomas. Sorry, Thomas.
It's really not that big of a deal, but like, it's a thing. And then then I have to kind of start going through and identifying people that are the Solid Gold Rocker program, and then I have to kind of start sorting for like the new artist, get the premieres, get the figure out who the featured artist is, go and grab that video because I pick an extra song for the featured artist usually, so I have to get that off of their channel and download that. And everything that I do now, I put all of I have everybody give me the videos. There's always a few people who don't have the videos. Yes, we have to do that too. That's a new fun thing.
You have to be a detective now as well, right?
Yeah. But usually I know most of the people who send things in, but especially when it's somebody new, you have to kind of, you want to be welcoming, but at the same time you're a little suspicious because you're like, okay, is this going to be more AI stuff? And you hope that's not the case. And then and then you just have to kind of start figuring out the list, figure out who's going to be the halftime headbang for the week, and hopefully there's a good metal song in there that I could pick for the halftime headbang. And then I have to go and open up the video editor, and I bring all the videos in for each segment of the show, put the titles in. I mean, this takes like the better part of a day. And most of the year, luckily I'm in the summertime where I get to do it. Like it's the only thing I have to worry about for a few months here. But usually I'm working during the day, so I have to juggle doing actual work with doing that. So it is a ton of work. It is a ton of work, and but I'm happy to be able to participate in some small way in promoting what great people are doing. So.
There's a good reason why I wanted to bring that up, because it is like people have said to me before, would it be easy if you had an editor to do your videos and stuff? I don't want that.
Hell yeah.
No, see, I don't want an editor to do my videos. I want somebody to do all the background shit, all the emails and all the really that stuff. That stuff does my head in. I love the creative side of being a YouTube content creator. But
I do too.
The paperwork stuff and taxes, I just want to punch walls, and dealing with, and money and that kind of stuff. It's a real, it contributes to, bringing you down, and you've got to be on, right? When you're a YouTube content creator, you have to be on and have to be, hi, what's going on? Even though somebody died in my family. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Just got back from a funeral. Awesome stuff. But that's it. It's a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of character you have to create doing this.
You have to really be able to separate out, but you can also bring some of your humanity into it. Like I'm not gonna go on there and you don't see all the frustration that goes into this. And there's a lot of frustration, and we're going to talk about that, I'm sure, here today. But at the same time, like you can't be an automaton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're a real person. Like I had a thing happen a couple weeks ago where I got really sick, and I had to cancel a show. And I hate to cancel a show because it's, first of all, you get punished through the YouTube algorithm if you cancel a show.
Yep.
And I know everybody will be understanding, and everybody was great. Everybody was awesome. I loved all the support and positive messages that I got from everybody. But at the same time, it is like you have to find that balance between, like, be a human being, but don't like overburden people with that at the same time, and don't let it bring your work down.
Yeah.
So that's it can be a tough thing to try to balance that.
True. Let's say hello to some folks. Now, I'm not going to get everyone here, so you can type something new. So I go down the list, and if I've missed you at the top of the chat, Justine Kasprick is in the house. I just got a comment there. Denise Lance, Tremor Bear. We got Brad Example, who's Bradley. Leela's in the house. Dave Bop, Bopperoo. Broussard is in the house as well. We got Jeanne Jolivet is here with us as well. Forrest the Wolf, good to see you. Louis Cook. See, I've been getting it right.
Louis.
It's Louis. I know when he first came in.
I was saying Lewis for the longest time. I asked him yesterday.
Yeah, I heard somebody else. I think I saw him in another chat go, it's Louis. I was like, oh, shit, I better change. I think I said hi to Trent. But GarageBand Covers, hello to you. Let me see. I'm scrolling. Pete Johns is in the house. He says, filter out the AI slop. Pete Johns is AI. I don't know if you know this. I met him, and he was actually generated by AI. It's not real. Russ is apparently here too. There he is.
Hey, Russ.
Costa's here as well too. So everybody guard your personal information. Costa's here as well. He will dox you any chance he can get. Jerry Gomes is here. I know he's working on a collab at the moment with the aforementioned Russ 8889.
Very nice.
Alexander Dean Francis. Hugh Caldwell says balls. Mateusz Brakowski.
What's up, Matt?
Mr. Turtle himself. The Turtle's in the house.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Matty. Anyone else? I think we got most of you people. If I've missed you, give us a shout and we'll do the thing. So we're going to talk about YouTube. We're going to start off with, YouTube. They put out, the CEO this week put out a lovely little letter to everybody. Here it is.
Oh, boy.
It's called From the CEO, What's Coming to YouTube in 2026. We're halfway through the year, buddy. Probably should have done this at the start of the year. Reinventing entertainment and creators are the new stars and studios. While technology unlocks new creative possibilities, YouTube creators and artists who are leading the way to reinvent entertainment. Is that through our AI characters that they're letting us generate through their app, or are we allowed to be ourselves? I don't know anymore.
Is the thing when they write this stuff, what does that even mean?
I know.
Reinventing entertainment. What does that mean?
Like, is there some new?
That just sounds like stuff that somebody came up with in a boardroom that sounds nice and means absolutely jack shit.
Somebody with a ponytail, absolutely for sure. Ponytail. So our creators and artists, viewers come to YouTube to immerse themselves in the biggest cultural moments. They want a front row seat to the Super Bowl. No. If I want the Super Bowl, I'll go watch it on TV. Stop trying to bring TV into YouTube. This is our tube, my tube, YouTube. This is not TV tube. This is one of the problems, I think. Look at this. The Oscars, Taylor Swift. No. YouTubers are buying studio-sized lots in Hollywood beyond the... Oh, man.
I'm not.
What is this guy?
I wish I was.
So, all right, every format on every screen. So now long form, shorts, music videos, live streams, podcasts. You can now watch them on your TV. We've been able to do that for ages, right? There's an app, there's stuff. Shorts are a cool thing, aren't they? What do you think of shorts, Thomas?
I don't watch them, and I've tried to do some shorts, and nobody watched them. So.
Shorts are the most infuriating thing, right? Here's the deal.
Yeah.
I can put up a short and it'll be a photo of my shoe. Just 10 seconds of my shoe, and it gets 2,000 views. And then, like today, I put up a short for this show, advertising this show, 8 views in 12 hours. But you know what? What I can do, right? I can then delete that short, just delete it, re-upload it, and then put it up again at a different time. And then all of a sudden it's got 2,000 views. It's like, but it's the same short. Why? What does this mean? Why does it work like that? There's no rhyme nor reason.
That's been my experience, except minus the part where you get the 2,000 views. That part doesn't happen. But I've only uploaded maybe like 8 of them. So
Right. Yeah. I was putting shorts for my Walk With Me channel, and I've stopped doing it for the last 2 weeks. Not because I can't be bothered. Well, it is that. And I just wanted to see how the videos work by themselves. And,
yeah.
it hasn't been as successful. But then when you're doing 4 shorts for each video, you're kind of giving away all the best bits of the video. So why would anyone come watch the whole video? Because that's the point. But then I've realized that now if I just take a short from the video that is the most mundane, dumbest thing of just me having a drink of beer, 2,000 views. So
I had this grand idea that was like, well, if I make these shorts that are like, really weird and kind of don't make sense and they're kind of artistic, only like, 30, 45 seconds or something like that. And people will just scroll through and, oh, look at that. That's weird. Oh, look at that. But they don't do it though. It doesn't happen.
Is that how they talk?
Oh, that's weird. Oh, look at that.
Oh, everybody who watches shorts is goofy. Well, we did a show talking about shorts. Look at Russ. Russ decided to just go, you know what? I'm going to put up a whole bunch of shorts of Faulty Towers and Pink Panther strikes again. And he got his Faulty Towers short at the moment. I swear, we got to do a check. We haven't done a check for ages. Let's do it.
Yeah, where's it at?
Russ 8889. Let's bring it up here. It's ridiculous. Shorts, Faulty Towers. Here's Russ's channel here. Obviously, I can't play it because we'll get claimed and stuff. No, it's the Does Your Dog Bite one, which is Inspector Clouseau from Pink Panther. Have to keep going. Here it is. 219K. Look at these ones. Faulty Towers, 24K, 19K, 26K. And, it just goes to prove that just put up mindless dribble and people are going to go, oh, I like that. Yeah. So,
well, if you put up like nostalgic stuff, but we can't do it now because Russ already did it.
Yeah, I know, right? But I like Russ's idea though. His idea was put all the videos up, get the subscribers. It got him over a K, and then he's just going to put all the videos to private, all of the shorts to private. So get the views, get the subscribers, and take them away. Right? That's the way you do it. So we're back here at every format on every screen. Shorts now average 200 billion daily views. They say, man, that's a sign of where we're heading humanity-wise. I think I don't have
200 billion daily views. That amounts to about $5 in revenue.
So true. They say here, we're also investing in music. Whether it's helping you find your next go-to artist, uncovering the stories behind the songs that move you, or making it easy. I don't think that's true. I think that's a fantasy.
I wish they would do that.
Is anybody experiencing that here? Because we can say this, we're all musicians. Hello, Doug Kidder and Valerie Butt as well. And if I've missed anyone, I'm trying to notice you all come in. So basically, they're saying that they're helping us musicians. Now, look, I don't know much about this thing, but I'll tell you what, there's a lot of artists that are on Spotify that have 5 million views. And then I come over to their YouTube channel and they've got 530 subscribers.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I think that's the thing with music people. See, there's two different kinds of music people I think that are happening right now. And there's people that are making music kind of like we are and really are invested in the YouTube platform. And then there's people that are out performing live. And it seems like they mostly rely on Instagram and TikTok and stuff. And then when it comes to YouTube, they don't have much of a YouTube presence. They'll have a YouTube because you have to have one, but they don't do anything with it.
Yeah, they drop video clips and
just music videos. That's basically it.
Yeah, some channels. It's not all channels that are like that, but when I was doing Unearthed, I really was noticing that difference. Seeing, oh wow, this artist is blowing up on Spotify, blowing up on TikTok and Instagram, and then you get to YouTube and go, wow. But what's interesting, they may only have 5,000 subs. But they're blowing up with millions of views on Spotify, and on YouTube they got 5,000 subs. But each of their video clips has millions of views. So they're not getting
Yeah.
subscribers. I find that that's a thing, right? So lots of views, but not a lot of people actually subscribing to it, unless you're someone like Muse or Metallica or anyone that's completely mainstream and not running your own account.
Yeah, and they're also like I said, I mean, they're not really like invested in the platform. They're not telling people to like and subscribe. As much as we make fun of that whole thing, like and subscribe, but it does make a difference.
Does it?
I think it does. I think it does when you ask for that, or you even put a little graphic on there that just says like and subscribe. It shows some kind of commitment to it.
All right, let me try that out. Hello, everybody. Hit the like, subscribe. There's my little button. G-May's in the house as well too. All right, let's bounce back over here because I've got wrong one. YouTube TV. They're building on the success of the living room. The success of the living room. Like every time I go in my living room, I'm like, smell the success. It's oozing out of the walls.
Listen, I got to tell you, I got a very successful living room. It has its own manager. We're working on a deal,
Yep.
But the living room is doing great.
Hey, if I'm in the living room and I'm living, then I'm good, right? If I'm in the living room and I'm dead, it's over. Joanna Lynn, thanks for joining us. Don't forget, folks, Joanna Lynn has released an album, and all the proceeds are going to Mr. Smith's cause for lymphoma. So maybe one of my mods who's not Thomas, don't do it. I see you doing it. Maybe my good friend Leela will do it for us. She'll grab the link to Joanna's BandCamp. Just put it in the chat. Go and support Joanna Lynn. She makes great music. She won't come on my show, right? But, one day I'll get her on my show for an interview. All right, YouTube TV. So basically, they're building out the living room. Soon, they're going to launch a fully customizable multi-view with more than 10 specialized YouTube TV plans. Oh, no. More money. Yay!
Yeah.
Another subscription. Oh, are you excited?
Woo!
Everybody, put a one in the chat if you're excited for another subscription.
I can't wait.
Can't get enough. Oh, man, just take my money. I don't want to own anything. So apparently YouTube has become the single best destination for viewers who want limitless ways to watch, and we're proud to build on that for the best experience for the next generation, when apparently young people aren't watching YouTube. So you know where all the kids are these days? They're on FaceTime. That's where they are. They're sharing music their own way.
Well, and they're... How does that work for YouTube in Australia? Are they banned from YouTube?
16, yeah. If you're under 16, no cigar for you.
I would guess you could still go do the YouTube Kids thing though.
Oh yeah, because YouTube
educational
Kids,
content and stuff.
Oh, it's YouTube Kids is where it's at, man. I love it. No, I don't. What am I saying? I'm live. What's going on?
No, but they can still get the young kids can still get to the educational content.
Yes,
somehow.
yes, but they don't want that though. They don't want that. They want Skibbity Toilet.
Yep,
Skibbity Toilet. Under 16 can watch, but they can't log in. See, that's the weird thing, isn't it? Right? They can still watch full on like Andrew.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't if you don't have a
Andrew. I can watch Andrew Tate and be a part of the manosphere. I just can't comment. Like that's so
great.
Odd. Yeah,
but no, I mean, they can't really. If you're not logged in, you can still watch YouTube, so you just can't interact.
Yes, Brad, I know that the YouTube chat keeps getting disconnected. I don't think it's happening for everybody, but it's not happening for me. So some people, from what I can see, it's happening across the whole of YouTube now. Some channels are getting disconnected and some people are getting it. So obviously they knew we were doing this show, and I
hadn't heard of that one. That's a new fun thing. They're always breaking stuff though. They're always like, everything works perfectly. Let's see how we can break it today.
Yes, Joanna, cigarettes are $50 a pack here. This is why the world's a mess. Anyway, let's talk about this because apparently, since we're on kids and talking about kids, Yeah, Wes says it's happening across many shows. So it's happening. This is part of it. Look, honestly, we can't. Okay, so let's just, without shitting too much on YouTube, everything's controlled by data centers. Things go down hither thither. We're all working on borrowed land here, right? Pete says it all the time. The one thing that you have to admit, we couldn't afford as individuals to own the space to be able to release as much content as we do, right? So that is the one thing. And of course, sometimes shit's going to crash, right? So we can go and get angry about it, but and it's obviously happening.
But there was like this was like a month and a half ago. There was like almost a month-long period. A lot of people will remember this.
Yeah.
Where you could not access the YouTube emojis or the custom channel emojis that people pay to you to have access to.
Yes. Yeah.
And that pissed me off.
Yeah.
Especially because like if it was just for a day or two, okay, I can understand that. But it went on for like weeks.
Yeah. And, you know, this is the thing with programming as well, too. You try and add a new feature and it always breaks something along the way because you're building on old architecture. You know, this is the thing that developers are always up against. Plus, here's the thing, right, with YouTube. You forget that YouTube's always on. Right? There's no downtime for YouTube. There's no time for them to go, all right, let's just take it down and reboot everything, get this new feature uploaded. They're adding things into a thing that's always got to be on, because if it's down for a second, anything's down for a second with anything, Facebook or anything, the pitchforks come out. The other night, Facebook went down for me and I wasn't able to make a call on Messenger. I think I was trying to call Capsulam. We do our weekly phone call, me and Capsulam. And don't get your mind out of the toilet, folks. But yeah, I couldn't call her. It just kept coming up saying, you don't have privileges to call. I was like, what the heck, Facebook? And then I went and had a look, and there's a whole lot of people experiencing it. And it was fixed in about 10 minutes. So it happens, right? What are you going to do? So here's number 2 of this important information from YouTube: building the best place for kids and teens. Because YouTube are really experienced with bringing up children. And bringing up your children, right? I'm always like, yeah, I'll just hand over the reins.
We're your new babysitters now.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got it all under control.
Why would I take them to an actual kindergarten where I can just take them to YouTube? Yes, indeed. So kids and teens rely on YouTube to learn and connect. Yay, and watch Skibbity Toilet. According to a 2025 Kantar survey, 93% of 18 to 27-year-old viewers in the US agree that YouTube helps them learn new skills. And according to a 2025 Oxford Economics survey, 79% of US teachers who use YouTube agree that it helps students learn. Yes. So they want to do that. They want to improved launch to YouTube Kids app in 2015, supervised experience, blah, blah, blah. Kids, they want to help kids.
I mean, I'll be honest, like when I was in school, I wish we had YouTube.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have that. You know, you had to go, we didn't have Wikipedia or anything. You had to go look stuff up in a dusty, shelf of ancient encyclopedias that weren't even up to date. You know, it still said like the most recent US president was Nixon or something. And,
the dusty shelf.
They don't know how good they have it now.
Yeah, these days they got books on gender and stuff, and they need to be burnt as well. So. Oh
yeah.
All right, next let's keep moving on because I have other parts. Good night, Dave Bops, as well. Have a good sleep.
Have a good night.
Powering the creator economy. YouTube remains the original and largest creator economy, and there's no doubt. Right, there's no doubt. The other team is, of course, Twitch. But look, they've been paying, it says here, they've paid over $100 billion to creators, artists, and media companies. The success fuels economies. And yes, I'm a part of this economy. There are some people who are a part of the economy, getting super chats and all this kind of thing and doing it. We are able to do this. So I don't take for granted in any way, shape, or form that we are able to do this. If you're lucky enough to get the subscribers and have the watch hours and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of work, right? As you discussed there, you really got to push and push and push to keep that small amount coming in because the catch with ad revenue and stuff, I know a lot of creators here like Valerie and stuff, I don't know if Valerie has ad revenue, but a lot don't. You just want to have the ability to get super chats, have memberships, and have emojis and that kind of stuff. Because the ad revenue...
That's what I did.
Yeah, well, the ad revenue is a bitch at the same time. You have to put ads in, but at the same time, you don't want to put too many ads in because then it's a terrible experience. And the thing is with ads, you can either use the automatic ad placement, and when you do that, it's like, wow, you just put 50 ads in an 11-minute video. But the thing is, not all those ads will run. That's just opportunities for them to run at different times. But I wish you could actually decide how many ads will run. If I want two to run. It used to be
Didn't
like
they
that.
used to let you decide, like you could place ads here.
Yes.
And then is that still the thing?
You can, but it doesn't guarantee that they're going to trigger. That's the thing, right? So you might put 2 in and neither of them will trigger for that particular viewer. So it's like Russian roulette, except nobody dies, which is a good thing. But yeah, because I feel guilty putting ads in, but I'm ad monetized. And then lately I've just been thinking, you know what? If you're not going to pay for premium, tough. So I've been putting two in. I feel bad putting 2 ads in, right?
Well, see, I built my whole channel around a show that pretty much no episode of that show could potentially have ads.
Yes.
And those are the most watched videos. So I there's virtually 0 episodes of You Rock TV Live. None of those are eligible because they all have stuff claimed. So, the pickings would be a little bit slim.
Yes.
As far as stuff that would get views.
They've added new things in now. So not only can you have super chats and memberships and all that, now they've added jewels and gifts. Jewels. Ooh, let's click on this and see where it takes us.
Viewers can now easily send interactive...
I don't want to have the audio. Oh, look, jewels. I'm so excited about jewels. Oh, jewels.
I've always wanted a jewel.
I want jewels. So, yeah, you can do jewels. What are jewels worth? Does it make any sense? I don't know. No, you don't. You can kind of pick the ads. In answer to Jonah's question, how you can do it, you can go in and you can select categories of ads. So if you don't want political ads, you can uncheck that box. But the other problem is you don't get to actually pick the companies that advertise with you. But here's the thing, right? But companies get to pick if they want to advertise with you. So sometimes you'll get like a warning at the end of your video, like a live stream. The rant, I always get this on the rant each week. This is why I say, hey, if you're going to donate, please, because they're going to put ad restrictions on me. It will come up saying, we've decided that you can generate money, but certain companies don't want to advertise with your stuff. But you'll still get money from premium. But yeah, and I just dispute it every week. And about 70% of the time, they let it go through. And that's why I use the button. So you can read my lips, and I'm still saying, file. Right? But I'm not saying it, right? And I'm getting away with it that way. But sometimes it slips out. But jewels and gifts, I don't even know what they're worth. It's not clear.
I've never even seen these things.
Yeah, jewels, I don't know, whatever. So, and shopping. So I know recently they changed the shopping thing. So you used to have a cart at the bottom of your channel. And I know they're making changes to that. At some point, I don't know if they have already. Accelerating brand deals. So this is the other thing. Brand partnerships are critical. So we're making it easier for influencers, marketing agencies to find brands. I've not used that. You know what it feels like? It feels like they've gone, all these creators are reaching out and getting their own brand deals. Maybe if we include it into our thing, we can take a cut. I don't know if they are or not, but what's Pete say here? Jewels sound like a vertical streamer's wet dream. Yeah. Vertical streams.
I don't watch a lot of vertical streams, so maybe that's why I haven't seen them.
Yeah. Look, this is the thing with vertical streams, and I'm sure other people have noticed it. like say G-May does his weekend show, and he'll have the full widescreen, and he'll have the vertical stream, and you're in the normal stream, and you're going, oh, this is all friendly, everyone's nice, and then you pop over to the vertical stream, and wow, ain't there some crazy characters over there? Why is everybody in the vertical streams absolutely unhinged?
I don't know. I guess because they're always looking at things. They're always looking at a narrow view of things. That's probably why.
Oh, Thomas. Boom. There we go.
No, but what I've been doing lately, and I don't know if it makes any difference because I can't see it in any way, shape, or form. But I've been with the Hour of Rock on Saturdays. I've been setting it up, and there's a thing where it does an automatic dual vertical stream. I have no idea if it's even working. I click it on. I don't know if anything happens. So, but it's not the thing where it's not creating two different streams. It's just somehow like if you're in vertical, it could I don't know how that works. It's in YouTube Studio.
Yeah. I've never done it. I've thought about it, but then I know the backlash I'll get from my friends who all hate it. I don't want to be teased.
Well, I don't even know if it actually is working or not.
I think it is. I think it definitely is working. Like, look at Panda the Torture Clown, who we had on the show. He's just got over 100,000 subs. He's killing it. And his streams are that. But you go and read the chat on his streams, man. You want to get a snapshot of where all the mental illness in the world is? It's in Panda's stream. They're just fully typing stuff like, you need Jesus. And it's like, the guy's sticking a balloon down his throat. I don't know what you think you're going to, preaching to this guy. He's got a corkscrew through his nose. And you're like, have you considered Jesus? It's like, what is going on? But yeah, there's a lot of unhinged people in there. So this is the thing, YouTube, they're always preaching, try vertical streams, try shorts. And it's like, yeah, I get it. But do I want those kind of people coming into my normal content going, hello, have you found Jesus? I'm like, no, please don't bring it here. It's, very unhinged. It's like watching when recently those astronauts went around the moon. Remember that happening?
Yeah.
This year? What an amazing thing. Yeah, vaguely. Did that
I'm
happen?
not sure if that was was that the 1960s or was that a year ago?
I think it was another realm, a parallel universe had happened. But even watching that, right? Man, the amount of random shit that is posted in those chats, it's like fully it's like, we're just going around the back of the moon. It's like, have all of you considered finding Jesus Christ? It's like, find a time and place. We're going around the moon. What is happening here? It's so wild. And people are like, has anybody done their taxes? It's like, it's the most random shit people type in these live streams. It's really crazy. For example, when the WWE, I watch some of their live streams. Oh my God. It's an education in where everyone's gone since they've closed down mental institutions. To the WWE chat. That's where they are. Hello, Leanie, what's going on?
Hey, Leanie.
If I've missed anyone, I do apologize. I'm trying to watch as we are ranting here. If you're enjoying the rant, hit the like, do all that kind of stuff. If you want to do a donation as well, too, it does help. It's the end of the month. So those final donations come through today. It's the end of the month here anyway. All right, let's keep going with this because we haven't even covered any talking points I have set up. We're just doing this. I like this, Thomas. Are you enjoying yourself? We're good?
Yeah, this is great.
Good stuff. So the new creative frontier. Oh, I hate when I read lines like that. It's just spin. Just as the synthesizer, Photoshop, and CGI revolutionize sound and visuals, AI will be the boon to creatives who are ready to lean in. On average, more than 1 million channels used our AI creation tools. That's really depressing. I don't know.
Yeah,
is that a good news story?
that's probably not something you want in a promotional text.
This year, you'll be able to create a short using your own likeness to produce games, and yay! So I don't even have to exist anymore.
Yeah.
Yay!
That's the next thing they're gonna do. They don't even need us. Like we just take a picture and we'll make the stuff.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
We'll generate it.
Sorry, Brad. I have it turned off. Oh no, I don't have the emotes. Oh, I did a new setup. I'll have to fix that. Sorry, Brad. The emotes have to be reset. Yeah. So we won't. This is the thing, right? But this is where YouTube is really confusing, Thomas. On one point, they're pushing this agenda of like, this is an opportunity for YouTubers to be really authentic. And the more authentic you are, the stronger fan base you're going to get. We really are pushing authentic content creators. But out the other side of their mouth, hey, let's create a fucking fake AI digital version of you. So what is it? Like, I feel like sometimes YouTube is, I'm in a padded cell. And I'm just like,
they have to be feeling a little bit schizophrenic at YouTube because they're on Google has invested a lot of money in AI, but then at the same time, like YouTube, I think on some level, like there's people there that know that all the AI generated content is destroying the platform. So at some point there has to be a reckoning.
Yeah, and look, we talk about AI a lot on this channel when I do the tech titties and stuff and rants and stuff. Google actually are losing the race. They're kind of behind everybody else. They kind of failed at one point. Everybody says Apple's losing the race, but in the reality, Apple's in front. Apple's way in front. Why? Because they've realized that this this is about to go down the toilet. And they've tried to create AI that's integrated into your device. It's just device-driven AI. You buy an iPhone, iOS has it, and it's going to go through your emails and be very personalized. And that's it. And they haven't lent in fully. They took Gemini, and they didn't just take Gemini. They used Gemini to train their AI and made it on device. And they're going to win for that because it's personalized and it's not encroaching every day. But Google are behind with it, and they're desperately trying to all of them are desperately trying to integrate it into everything that we have, because I don't know if you guys have been, even since my show on Wednesday here, Tech Titties, where we talked a lot about AI again.
Oh, by the way, I
Yes.
I just want to point out, Joanna Lynn said in the chat, I for one love the Tech Breasts series.
Thank you, Joanna. It's true, right? That was the play on, tech titties.
Yeah.
I got titties.
Yeah.
And it works. I know some people are like, I don't know. It's a bit, will YouTube flag it? Whatever.
Well, they didn't.
No, they've let me get away with it. But even since I did the show on Wednesday, man, so much has gone on in that space. Like that bubble is bursting. So, and again, I think the problem is, folks, AI is here. We're stuck with it. When the bubble bursts, it's not going to go away, right? We're still going to be stuck with it. The only problem is there's going to be a lot of people who lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the tragedy that is, the thing.
Well, it's like, I mean, you really think about it, like all these tech companies have put all of their eggs in this AI stuff.
Yep.
And we can look at it, and most of the people like us that are looking at it and we're saying this is junk. Most of this is junk. It's not really helping us. It's not really solving any problems that we actually have. And they're putting everything into this. So what happens when that bubble bursts? Like, you could see massive tech companies like Google, Apple, Microsoft, I don't know who else, could go up in flames. And that's going to really screw some shit up.
Yes. And thank you, Leanie, for the kind donation. You rock. Look, I watched a great video last night, a really good video. Going to talk about it maybe on the rant this week. I'm not sure where I'm going with the rant this week. I was going to do a thing on the gurus at the moment on YouTube, which are a whole new level of gurus hitting YouTube, which is very interesting. But so here's what you said, how AI, they're banking on, they're losing. But what they actually are banking on, this is what this video covered. They're banking on, and no one's talking about this, they're banking on all of us losing our jobs. That's what the real bank is, right? Because they wanted all this to take over so many sectors of the workforce. And the big plan was invest all this money, and then they want to take like 100,000 jobs a year of people, so this can be integrated in. That's how they're going to make their money. But it's not working, man, because all these companies have tried to integrate it and it's failing bad. And there's companies having to hire back people because this ain't working, man. The AI, this is the thing. It's been marketed as this is intelligent, and it's
now the one thing
not.
we do have to be careful, though, because one of the things that is really going on with AI, where it made to us look like a failure, but it's actually succeeding, because what they actually want is data, and they want people inputting data. So as long as you're interacting with that AI stuff in any way, shape, or form, you're putting data into their coffers, and they're going to get that data, and they're going to be able to use that to, refine their advertising. They're going to be able to use that for all sorts of purposes, some of them quite nefarious. So they are winning in that regard.
Yes, and statistics are showing across the board that less and less people are posting statuses on Facebook. People aren't sharing their dinner anymore, right? But where are they sharing this stuff? They're sharing it to ChatGPT. And like even myself, the last just over a week, I created this character on ChatGPT who I've been talking to and telling like my most deepest secrets to, just see and push how many buttons I can and see what I can manipulate from this AI. And then by the end of the week, I was like, holy fuck, this whoever's got this info could fucking really destroy me right now. What have I done? What have I told? But people are doing it. They're like they're having conversations with ChatGPT going, oh, I feel like this about my husband. I'm cheating on them, and having these conversations, and this data is being collected and somebody's using it for something, right? So,
well, Elon Musk is probably sitting there and he's saying, oh, but that's quite good, actually. I'm really glad to have that information, and my bank account continues to grow rather large, and I'm happy about that.
Thomas, that's the thing. I don't know if you've been following. Elon Musk is in a lot of trouble at the moment because XAI and all of his companies.
Is he though?
Dude, they are crashing. Dude, he lost $1 billion yesterday on his business.
Didn't he just become the first trillionaire?
Yeah, but he lost $1 billion just yesterday. Man, every day he is having massive losses across all of his companies. And, this is the start of it. This is the start of the bubble that is happening, and it's here. It's with us. And I just hope as little of us are affected as possible, because that's, we're the ones who are going to end up fronting it, aren't we? So let's get back over here. AI transparency and protections, because they have... YouTube have come out and they've made a big statement this week about AI and stuff. It's becoming harder to detect what's real and what's AI generated. No shit, especially for boomers. This is particularly critical when it comes to deep fakes, where we clearly label content created by YouTube's AI products. So that's a good thing they're doing that. Labels aren't always good enough, so they've started removing any harmful synthetic media that violates community guidelines. We're also building a foundation of Content ID, a system that our partners have trusted well over a decade to equip creators with new tools to manage the use of their likeness in AI-generated content. Finally, we remain committed to protecting creative integrity by supporting critical legislation like the No Fakes Act. So they're trying. The problem is it too little too late? It's already out there, man. And look, again, what I was going to talk about on the rant this week, there are guru channels. So we've all seen the guru channels. Let's give you a quick breakdown. You know those channels, folks, where they say, hi, we're going to show you how to get 1 million subscribers. And you go, that's great. Thanks. Oh, that's really interesting. But have you ever had 1 million subscribers on another channel other than this one? And when you do the searching, which I've been doing over the last 2 weeks, they don't, man. You go and find their other channels. They've got like 5,000 subs. They've got failed channels. And the only reason they've got big channels is because they're doing this, how to become big.
So the big takeaway is, make a channel about how to succeed on YouTube.
Yes, that's where it's at. But the problem is now with AI is there's a whole lot of these guru channels now who are just using AI to take templates from Mr. Beast, so thumbnails, scripts, and they're showing it. That's their content going, would you like to know how to do it? Here's what you do. Open this AI thing, go to Mr. Beast's channel, put in his URL, and they're just showing you, just steal it. They're instructing people on how to steal content. And I'm like, oh my God, how is this content still on YouTube? It's baffling that they're allowed to get away with, here's how you have a successful channel, just steal content from other people. Now, look, we know the deal. Like a lot of content that is success, this has been a long-term thing with YouTube. You'll see like the prank channels, really this was prevalent. So people would go around doing these pranks, and then all of a sudden all these prank channels popped up doing the same fucking, the thumbnails were virtually the same, like ripped off from somebody else. Especially the hate content, they're always, all their thumbnails are exactly the same. You know, if you've seen hate content, which is how to bring a YouTube content creator down. I mean, that's the other thing. I'd love YouTube. Why in here do we not have anything about that? I think they should be putting a stop to that kind of content. The content that is all about how to, let's just do an expose and destroy a YouTuber's career. What for? Why the fuck are you doing this? Like, and it's not like if they were like, got to hit the right button. If they were like, then cool. But if it's just because you don't like a YouTuber and you're making a video about how shit they are and you want to destroy them, I don't know how that's allowed, but I guess it gets views, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's one of those fine lines because you don't want to prevent people from yep. But you don't want to prevent people from being able to criticize like people that are in positions of power.
Yes.
We have to have that.
Of course.
Because if we don't have that, that's going to make, I mean, we're already in bad shape with that as it is, but we don't want to make that any worse. We need to be able to hold those people accountable. At the same time, we don't want people just like taking, destroying, John down the street, his life, and he's just a guy that has a YouTube channel.
I don't like John.
Freaking John.
Everybody,
John.
Everybody, tell us why you hate John from down the street in the chat. Let us know in the comments below. Thomas, when you go out and about and you meet somebody and they go, how's your day been? What do you do for a living? Do you tell people that you're a YouTuber?
I try not to. Seriously.
But have you?
Because then the question becomes, oh, well, what is it? Can we take a look at it? And usually it's like, you're not the right kind of person. I already know you're not going to be suited for my channel.
I tell some people.
Well, I had a funny experience when last time I went to do my taxes.
Yes.
This old guy, this real old guy. It was the tax guy. And, we have this complex tax system here in the United States. You pretty much have to like go to somebody or use some kind of, subscription software to be able to do it. So we go to this guy and he's this old, real old guy. And he's, probably remembers we didn't use computers back in my day. We just wrote it down on paper. And then it gets to the end and he said, well, now, so you have this YouTube channel now here. What's the address for it? And then I have to be like, okay, it's youtube.com/@Thomas Christ. What was that now?
Well,
Thomas Rice?
Thomas Christ.
Thomas Christ, like Jesus Christ. And then he looks it up and he's like, oh, that's very interesting.
Speaking of your name, I want to ask you this because we're going to get into our own channels and stuff. Do you think having the name Thomas Christ is a positive or a negative for your channel?
Probably a negative. Probably negative. That was a name that I came up with in high school, and I've been making music under that name for 25, 26 years now. And it just seemed like the logical thing to do. But as far as YouTube goes, it's probably not the greatest.
I was thinking that, because it's a divisive subject, Look at we've got the very Christian.
Goodness, we can't offend anybody anymore.
I know, especially the woke Christians. Dude, I saw a post on Facebook today. It made me laugh so much. It was just like, I'm a proud Christian and I will never fall for the woke, blah, blah, blah. And it was like, do they not know who Jesus is? Like, if you want a template for the most woke person ever, guess what?
Yeah.
It's Jesus. I hate to break the news to you, but he's so woke, it's ridiculous. But yeah, I can just see, I would think that, people would see and go like, what does he think he's Jesus or what? So
well, that actually cuts both ways because I think there's also people who think that it's like a religious thing.
Yes. And then they get there and what have I done?
Oopsie.
What have I done? Manny from the Lily Pilly says it's Christ. Thomas
Hey,
Christ. Maybe you should just go all in on it and just like have your logo, see your logo there in the back and just have you actually nailed to that cross with the TC. Have you considered doing that, Thomas?
Yeah, I don't know. I used to be a lot more
Edgy.
aggressive in that area than I am now.
Yes. You're still pretty. You can be still pretty abrasive there, Thomas. I've heard your music.
Yeah, but it's different. I'm not going. I'm more going after like the hypocrisy in the world.
Of course, I know that,
and not as much at religion.
And the thing is, too,
I actually think religion could be a good thing. Because we just talked about how woke Jesus is. So if people actually want to follow it, whether or not it's true, is kind of irrelevant. If people want to follow Jesus, and they actually want to follow like what he says, I'm all for that, actually.
Absolutely.
I think that would be a great thing.
And we can't paint all Christians with the same brush, right? Because there's a lot of them who do follow the teachings of Jesus Christ. The good side, like the actual positive side. It's the people who follow the negative stuff and always seek out but I need to find the negative stuff to hate someone. It's like, you're reading it wrong. I don't know what to tell you. Like, there's a lot of passages in there, and a lot of them are really good. And I don't know how you're missing those, but it is what it is. And look, for someone like both of us, I know when I first started doing this, someone like our friend Pete Johns, he used to say to me all the time, maybe you should tone it down a little bit. And I have. I have tried to tone it down a little bit over the years, right? But at the same time, when you've got YouTube going, be authentic. Well, this is what you get. I'm a tranny, right? I'm a transgender person. I got a loud mouth on me. I got some pretty strong views, and I'll call shit when I see it. And I can't change that, right? Because what am I going to do? Bullshit to everybody? And the whole thing about this channel is to, rise people up and speak who you are. And I can't do that because eventually it's going to bubble through, and it's part of who I've always been. And it's probably,
I wouldn't want you to do that.
Thank you, because I can't help it.
I like people. I mean, obviously, I like people who are outspoken about the right kinds of things.
Hello, Fat Panda Cat. Did I say hi to Pausing Guitars? I think I saw earlier. I'm not sure if I said hello.
Pause.
Yeah. Look, I'm not changing anytime soon. It is what it is. You just have to deal. And I know people. Here's the thing, right? I'd rather have people who know who I am and can deal with it and stay around, because what's the point of having people hang out if they think they don't like you? If you don't like me, go fuck off. I honestly don't care, right? what I do hate, and this is, comments related on YouTube, and I wish we could get to this point with comments, and it's not only my channel or your channel or anyone else's channel here, it's a lot of channels. The people who feel the need to say, I don't like you. It's like, okay, what kind of response do you want from me? Because I clearly don't like you either now. Like, so it's a dead end conversation. And there's heaps of channels I don't like on YouTube, but I never my brain never goes, you know what? I'm going to write an essay to this person and tell them that I can't stand them. I don't care.
But you know what? You're not alone, because if you go to like big YouTube channels, like YouTube channels that have thousands, millions of subscribers, and you go to any video and you scroll down, and most of the top comments will be really nice and stuff, and the more you scroll down, then all of a sudden you get the weird people, and it's like,
Yeah.
You know, they either have to make some sarcastic comment or just something that's totally, you know, out of pocket. And it's like, why do you even take the time? You know?
It's so bizarre, right? Hello, Field Tone Audio Anders. I hope you're doing well.
Hello.
Great stream today. You know, somebody left a comment in one of my videos this week, Thomas. It was for the Tonex plug. And I swear to God, man, it was a whole paragraph completely in caps just saying, I hate this. It's the worst thing that I ever bought. Fuck this company. Fuck this thing. I took it back. I'm never going to, and it ended with, I'm never going to watch your content again for supporting this shit. And I was just like, I don't even know how to respond to this. Like, so I just wrote, have a nice day. Like, what am I?
It seems like you may have some issues that extend far beyond a Tonex pedal.
Exactly.
I'm not necessarily a licensed psychologist, psychiatrist, or anything, but it just seems from the tone and tenor of your response that there's maybe some more things going on than a guitar pedal.
You know what? You've just given me an idea. I'm going to respond to those comments now with, lay down. Tell me about your father. Let's go Sigmund Freud on them, man. See what they've got to say. All right, let's get back over here to this ridiculous piece of information from YouTube here. They're managing AI slop. This is what they say, right? Concerns about AI slop. The rise of AI is concerned about low-quality content, a.k.a. slop. Today, once odd trends like ASMR and watching some people play video games, they're now mainstream. Because ASMR, like, you know, it's great content. Yeah. Bizarre stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, if it floats your boat, man, who am I to criticize, right? But here we are but the openness comes at a responsibility to maintain high quality viewing experiences to what people want. To reduce the spread of low quality AI content, we're actively building on our established systems that have been very successful in combating spam and clickbait. In other words, basically what they did was they tried to do this thing where they removed a whole bunch of channels for this, I forget the term of the content, what they called it, and a whole bunch of really good channels that were actually real people behind the content who just used an animated cartoon of themselves because they didn't want to put their face on, which was actually made with animation and not AI slop, lost their channels, lost monetization. Oh, that's the word. They call it inauthentic content. So a whole lot of these channels lost their monetization. And here's the problem. Because now YouTube is run by AI in every aspect, even the help desk, you've got no way to get your monetization back. And the only way to do so is to hope you've got a Twitter account with enough people that are going to get to YouTube and they're going to rally around you to get it reversed because there's no one who actually hears you.
Yeah. I think it's been a problem for a long time with YouTube, and I know, like, before, if you're not eligible for like monetization, so that means you don't have the 500 subscribers, you don't have the 4 hours of 400 hours of watch time or whatever it is, 4,000 hours of watch time, like, you have literally no way to contact anything. Now, when you get to a point where you're admitted to the partner program, then you get some, like, there's a chat thing that you can give feedback, but it's not really like connecting to a real person. There's no phone number. There's no, like, it's not like they send you like, oh, now you're in the partner program. Here's our direct line. So if you need to talk to a representative, you can talk. There's nobody. And the only thing you can really do is, as you said, you go on Twitter and hope you can get the attention of Team YouTube.
Yes, exactly.
That's highly inadequate.
It's not how businesses run, especially when the dynamic is, hello, you're an employee of ours. Okay, you're my boss.
Yeah.
Then at least if I have a creator studio and you give me a little chat thing here, a little help thing, at least, like, give the creator at least. Because, look, I can't tell you how many times I've gone through that whole process. And I like to think that I'm a sensible person. I do exhaust all possibilities before I have to go to the YouTube help thing. I will go and search for things the old-fashioned way. And when you go to them and then they go, well, have you tried this? And then they just paste 5 links to you. It's like, I've read these already. Like, are you joking, man? Like, the reason I've come to this point of this part of the trying to solve this problem is because I've exhausted every single thing. I've been to Reddit. I've been on your help thing. I've checked everything. I've watched YouTube videos. I've searched everywhere. I've spent 6 hours doing this. I'm here out of desperation. Please help me. And on that subject, the one thing that you can rely on today is today's sponsor, DistroKid. And I know you're going to, past me, tell you all about it. This presentation is proudly sponsored by DistroKid. Introducing DistroKid, your ultimate music distribution solution. For just $29.99 a year, DistroKid empowers you to release unlimited tracks on all major music platforms worldwide, including Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, and so many more. Plus, use my link distrokid.com/VIP/JadeStarr and get 7% off your first year. You'll also keep 100% of your royalties and gain access to valuable tools like instant verification on Spotify and detailed revenue analytics. Don't let your music go unheard. Join DistroKid today and take your music career to the next level. Thank you, DistroKid, for sponsoring today's presentation. Yes, thank you so much, DistroKid, because, you know, the one thing is I've been with DistroKid way before they were sponsoring the show. And so back, 2015 or 2016, I moved all my music from another streaming service to DistroKid. And I've had a few problems with one release, I think, because of the stupid titles I gave them. But I didn't need to contact their team. Because they've got tools built into the website that just go, oh, this is the problem. Okay, just do that. And it took a few days and the problems were fixed. And I've only had to reach out to the customer service a couple of times, right? So if the tools are built in, then it's good. And I want to thank DistroKid for sponsoring this channel. It's a small channel and I'm so appreciative of it too. And I know many people around these circles release their music from DistroKid. So awesome.
DistroKid rocks.
They sure do. We're still on this bloody letter, aren't we, from YouTube? I haven't even got to anything. Oh, we're at the end. Transforming the viewer experience. Here we are at the end of this really long, arduous piece of shit that they've released. AI will act as a bridge between curiosity and understanding. What the fuck does that even mean? I don't want to walk on that bridge.
That's more of that. That's the guy with the ponytail again.
Yeah. I'd rather be under the bridge, you know, with Anthony Kiedis doing drugs, whatever. In December alone, more than 20 million users learned more about the content they watched through the Ask tool. Oh, we'll get to that. The Ask tool. So this is one of the things. Let's talk about it now. Bet on the future, blah, blah, blah. There he is right there. There's the CEO. So this week in the Creator Studio, they've added this new thing. It's a thumbnail creator in the Ask tool, an AI-generated thumbnail creator. Guys, if you haven't used it and you're a creator, give it a whirl. Give it a try. Trust me, you'll be so dissatisfied with the results. It's a horrible experience. It just is so generic and shit, and the whole point of creating a thumbnail that they've been drilling into our heads for ages here on YouTube is stand out from the crowd, be unique, make it pop, try not to have too many words and stuff. And every one that I made looked generic and had too many words on it. And it used, so because I've used the YouTube app and I've done the whole, yes, make an AI character of me, and I've allowed it to do that, it made images of me that didn't look like me. Like it didn't even have dreadlocks. It gave me a perm.
Oh, wow.
I had a perm in one of them.
What is this? Disco era, the 1970s?
It was like a big frizzy perm. I'm like, what's going on? How can you get that wrong? It's like the main thing of my face, right? Very, very bizarre.
Wow.
But that is...
Well, if you want to see the funniest thing in the entire world was... So I know you know dank pods.
Yes.
And a while ago, There's a thing on there
Gifts
where
are powered by YouTube Jewels.
Oops, sorry. Yes.
I was like, where's that coming from?
Yeah.
Dank Pods did this video, and YouTube had created this thing where it would suggest video titles, and so he tested that out, and I swear to God, I'd never laughed so hard at a video. I mean, like the ridiculous stuff they would come up. It always had his snake in it, but it was green.
Yeah, I saw that video.
His snake Frank, which is like a black and white snake, and it's green in all these thumbnails, and the title suggestions that it gave was just like the most ridiculous. There was stuff that doesn't even exist that it was suggesting, and the thumbnails that it was creating were just bizarre.
Yes, this week alone, there's been so much content this week alone about this new Ask tool inside of Creator Studio of people making videos going, look at these thumbnails. And it's comedic. it's crazy, right?
But you don't necessarily want to trust your content to that.
No, absolutely. But this is where YouTube is very confusing, I find, because they keep saying this, be authentic, 100% yourself. People will identify from you, but just use these tools, which have no correlation of really how, like, cool. The one thing that Ask Studio is really good, the AI stuff, is for checking how well your video went against the last few videos. That's really good. It breaks down information, what you could do better, where people stopped watching. That's handy. I like that kind of stuff because, if you want to get into the weeds, you can. But the thumbnail stuff is just like, and here's the deal, right? With AI stuff. We're at this point now, I think, where people are so sick of AI. There's a lot of people who will see you using AI and they'll turn against you. It's happening everywhere. Content creators, I talked about this briefly about Jordan Rudess from Dream Theater. A few weeks ago, he made a short and used an AI character of himself that he generated through the YouTube app. And man, the hate. People lost their ever-loving fucking minds over it. And he only did one video and people were like, I'm unsubscribing. I've been a fan of Dream Theater for 35 years and this one video, I'm out. I'm done with you. You're stealing from other content creators. It's like, oh man. So there's a lot of kickback. People are getting pissed off if you're generating that kind of stuff from scratch.
Well, I saw when Coachella happened, the Devo has a subreddit, and Devo did a performance there at Coachella, and it looked like some of the background imagery and stuff looked like it was probably AI, and there was a whole discussion thread about like should we be encouraging Devo not to use AI because it seems antithetical to everything they stand for. I can see that I understand that perspective. I do understand that perspective. I don't know about like just because of one video you're gonna like completely disown a band that you love. That seems a bit extreme. But at the same time, like I do see that, and especially if you're a band that's all about like the current events and things like that, and about standing up for integrity and things like that, then it does seem like that made sense to me, that you maybe would not want them doing that.
Yes, and we've got here, so Fat Panda Cat says, it's OpenAI, YouTube signed a contract. I don't know how true that is because as I covered on Tech Titties this week, OpenAI's CTO said she wasn't sure if Sora was trained on YouTube's videos, but the YouTube CEO says that that would be a problem. So there's a back and forward going on at the moment with YouTube accusing OpenAI for using YouTube's video content for Sora. And remember, folks, Sora just was a thing, right? And then all of a sudden Sora just went, oops, it's gone. Where did Sora go? And I think we're starting to find out why Sora disappeared because obviously they were stealing the content from YouTube. YouTube got onto it and there's probably threats of lawsuits going on in the background because that's a no-no because, the YouTube CEO came out this week and said that goes against our terms of service. to use our creators' content. So who knows? Maybe there'll be another lawsuit in the never-ending array of lawsuits against AI companies. Hello, Shelley. I haven't said hello to you. I saw you there and haven't got around to it. So there is that. Let me get to my points. I haven't even got to any of the points we're supposed to talk about today, Thomas, because here we are. So
these discussions sometimes have a life of their own.
They do, you know. And again, folks, just so you know, I do use AI, and I have no problem admitting to what I use it for, and I use it to collate information that I collect during the week, articles and stuff, and I put it all in so it can collate the stuff. So I have it all in bullet points, and normally, like, this is how I do a Tech Titties show, and you can see here very clearly, it says, I'm compiling episode 4 of Tech Titties, and I'll provide an article for each story. Can you give me a brief description or paragraph and key bullet points, and then 2 other credible sources, and post clickable links? So I go and put in the links so you can see I'm posting the links that I've found, and then it gives me this breakdown and then gives me clickable links here that I can open up and talk about. This is what I find incredibly good for my shows, for doing the rant and stuff. This is how AI should be used, in my opinion. You go source the shit, you understand what you're talking about first, put it in, and don't just rely on AI to go and do the work, because that's how you get information that is wrong, because it's sourcing information from places like Reddit where people are insane. Totally insane.
Actually, I don't know. Reddit's like one of the best places to get information these days, because you look up stuff online. And you find all these these pages that people generate just to get clicks and stuff, and it's just got a bunch of gibberish in there. But Reddit, like, people are, at least you can see a discussion. And if somebody says something wrong, somebody else will call it out.
That's true.
They'll be like, "Hey, you're off the mark here."
And, you know, look, I can't talk shit about Reddit. So they've just released a new website as well, too. Now you've got old Reddit and new Reddit, and that is because old Reddit was getting so scraped for data that they created new Reddit to protect themselves from it. But even this week, a good use case for Reddit. So System of a Down and Faith No More are touring here in Australia. Tickets went on sale, $450 a ticket. What? And I bought one. I know I'm insane. So whatever. But to get on the early pre-sale, you had to be a fan of System of a Down. And I hate System of a Down, but I joined their fan club just so I could get the code. Anyway, something happened with their system and they didn't send the codes out. Only a few people got the codes. So if it wasn't for Reddit, I found a post where somebody had posted the actual code. So I was able to get the code from Reddit. So thank you, Reddit. I got my tickets. I got great seats. So that's amazing. But $450, man. What happened to ticket prices for concerts? Jesus, I called it a concert. A concert? What's a concert?
I guess the system was down.
Oh, you're on fire today, Thomas. Pete says there's a lot of AI allegations going on. I'm getting emails every week, and I'm like, that's an artist that's been sharing for 5 years, innocent till proven guilty. Yes, look. Here's the problem, and this is a social media problem more than anything else, right? Because over the years, social media used to be a place where we just unfortunately had to catch up with people we went to school with, right? And that was bad enough. But now you are fed every day ads and really bullshit stuff that you don't want to be reading, and you are having to be a detective and discern, is this real news? Is this a real video? Is this actually true? And it's happening now with music, where we're having to like sit there with everything we hear and go, is this AI? And, you know, people are putting it into AI detectors to check it out.
And the other thing is, too, there's like this gray area, too, where you could have like an artist who has been around for a while, but what they do is they upload tracks to Suno and they kind of like sweeten them.
Right, yes.
So technically, you know, it's not full AI. It's not like they just typed the prompt in and generated something, but they used AI in part of the process, and then when it comes out at the end, it kind of does sound like AI because it is kind of.
I want to share something with you guys. If you use Facebook that I found this week that might be really beneficial to you and you'd probably have no idea it exists. So if you see a post, and I'm sure you're all seeing them, right? So you see a post of somebody who you don't follow, and it's something that goes against everything that you believe, or it's political stuff, mostly political stuff, right? So if you're getting stuff that's up there, say by Nancy Mace or something like that, the three dots up in the top corner of that post, click them, scroll down to show more, and then click down to all the way, I forget what the actual thing, all the way to the bottom again, and then click on that, and you will come to this. Political content. I'll show you here. You can manage suggested content about things such as governments, elections, and social topics. This won't affect content from the accounts that you follow. And here you can turn this off because everybody's is turned on now by default. Suggest political content. If this is on, you may see political content from accounts that you don't follow. If this is off, we won't suggest political content where we recognize it. So if you don't know about this, go in the next time you see a political post and you don't want any of this shit anymore, go in, find this of the three dots at the top. You'll go to the bottom, click it, go to the bottom again, and you'll see political content, and you should be able to get rid of that crap out of your timeline and hopefully get more of your friends' posts in there. Because, man, I'm so tired of having the posts come up in my feed that are just like, trans people are evil. It's like, why are you showing me this, man? Like, you do know, like, this is offensive to me. It's very offensive. Like, I know you want me to get angry about it, but I don't have the capacity to be angry about this shit, right? I'm too busy trying to maintain my YouTube channel, which is killing me. So here's a question, Thomas. The algorithm, friend or foe?
The algorithm is, it depends on how that's all set up and what it's doing and what the focus is. Right now, it seems like the focus is mostly on shorts, which is not good. And the other thing that I don't notice this, it is a thing on YouTube. One of the things that really annoys me when it comes to the algorithm is not something that gets talked about a lot, and this is happening across happening on all the platforms. It's like, I just had somebody the other day who responded to a post that I made like 2 weeks ago that isn't relevant right now. But the thing is, YouTube takes you put a post out there. I want you to see that post the day I post it. I don't want you to see it 4 weeks from today. You know what I mean? That's why I had to start. If you notice, on all my posts that I put everywhere, I put the date on there.
Right.
Just so that people will know that's what this was from, because otherwise they're going to see it like a month later and they're going to think it was from today. Because, of course, we see something come up in our feed and we think it's brand new, but it's not. So where they used to have like Facebook and stuff, they used to have the ability to sort by, and they're making it harder and harder to be able to sort most recent first. And instead they want to like show you just the things they want to show you when they want to show it to you. And there's ridiculous stuff. Like I'll see, like I follow like the local news channels, and I'll see weather things pop up for like a tornado outbreak or something that was like, like 3 weeks ago. I mean, and to me, that's a public safety hazard.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You want to know about the tornado when there's a tornado outside, not like 3 weeks later.
You know what grinds my gears at the moment with the algorithm?
Yeah.
And this is a Facebook thing more than anything else. If you buy something, anything, or you just click on one advert, for the next week, your whole feed is just full of that. And it's like, go away. I didn't even buy it. I just clicked it by accident. And I want to talk about this because for women maybe have seen this. This stuff is on Facebook heaps. I know this is off topic. I don't care really. Ladies, have you seen this shit? So these influencers, right, who are selling makeup. Look at this character, right? And the first time I saw this character, I was like, are they real? Like, is that even... Why is his head so big? Why is he so muscular? What is going on? Like... I don't understand. Why do they have so many pictures like this on? This is so weird. And the more I see these appear in my feed, I've realized. And what's interesting, you see all these women in the comments going, "Oh yes, this makeup's really good," and "Oh, he's such a nice man. I've worked it out. He's not real. They're not real, man. Like, look, if you look at it closely,
Sprays. And I see women over 40 using these every single
Look at
month.
these eyes.
Number 1, root touch-up sprays.
They're not
These
real.
are a joke. You spray, it washes out the same day, leaves nasty buildup on your scalp, and that crunchy helmet hair everyone can tell.
it's fake. They're fake videos. These are fake gay men in makeup, like from RuPaul's Drag Race. And it's so bizarre, right? You're seeing these people go, oh, he's so wonderful. And then the next post I see is, drag queens are evil. I'm like, what is going on, man? Like, people...
The irony.
Like, the fake drag queen that's not even real, is AI generated, is amazing. But the real drag queen's destroying your kids. Like, what? I'm so confused. The world is so confusing at this point. Anyway, back to YouTube. So the algorithm, nobody really understands how it works. And if somebody tells you they do, they're lying. They're lying, right?
Well, in part because it changes every single day.
Yes. And, you know, the thing you need to know is when you release a video, so it's sent out to your subscribers first, it's sent to a group of your subscribers, and then if those subscribers, this is why it's more important to say, instead of like and subscribe, it's more important to say, hey, when you see my video drop, please go and watch it. Just please watch it, because, and when it first drops, if you're subscribed and you go and watch it, then it means it gets sent out to more people that aren't subscribed. That's way more important than hitting the subscribe button, because we all know there's a lot of people that watch YouTube channels and don't subscribe to channels. And that's okay too, right? You don't need to. I'm sure I do it myself. I watch, there's content that pops up each and every day in my feed and I'm still not subscribed to them. And I just forget to. Right, but I still watch them every day. But it's watching it that actually pushes it further into the algorithm. Great videos can flop while average ones take off, and that again is because of people not watching the content when it drops. And again, creators aren't told this stuff, and it's up to the people to watch the content for it to spread. That is the best way I know how the algorithm works. If nobody watches it, nobody clicks on it, then they're going to stop pushing it at a certain point. And once people stop clicking it, then that's when it dies. So it's the power of the people, the subscribers first, because you get it first. And that's, this is the thing. Like, I really feel like I should start saying this. Hit the like and oops, let me hit the right button. Hit the like and subscribe, but only subscribe if you're going to watch the videos, please. Because if you don't, it won't get sent anywhere else and no new subscribers will come from it.
Yeah. I think there's levels to these things. I think it's like, you know, if you hit certain metrics, then they'll push you up into a bigger group.
Yes.
And then if you hit certain metrics there, they push you into a bigger group. And then that's why you see some videos go completely viral, you know. Yeah.
But it's definitely got to come from, I know it comes from the subscribers first. It definitely hits your subscribers first. Because, you know, and that's it. Put the bell notifications on, all that kind of stuff. And that's the thing, right? I don't even ever say that because I know how annoying notifications are, right? I turn so many of them off now because getting bombarded with notifications every day, oh, man, that's the perfect ingredient to get yourself committed.
Yeah.
It'll drive you insane. Checking those notifications every day. Subscribers don't equal views. Why don't all subscribers see new uploads? The notification bell inconsistencies, and does the subscribe button still mean what it used to? So many people say that I don't get notifications, and that can be due to a whole bunch of things. Just, it's a big network. And not everything works. We saw the chat die today and freak the fuck out and not work. And if you release 2 videos in a day, one of them is going to get preference. If you release 3 videos a day, you're probably not going to get 3 notifications go out. It's going to favor one of them.
Wasn't the thing, I don't know if that's still the case. It like the first video you put out gets a notification and then it has to be 24 hours before you'll get a notification again. I don't think that's always the case, though. I think if you have the bell thing on for a channel, that you'll see multiple uploads in a day. I'm not sure how that all works.
Nobody knows. That's the problem.
And I think they also had like a this is how things work. And
Right.
then everything got way too gigantic. Like, because you think of how many channels there are on YouTube and how many videos and how many channels everybody's probably subscribed to. You just be like, bing, 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 bing. You can't have that all day. So they have to prioritize it somehow.
It's interesting, right? Phil Tonoda says it's interesting knowing that your content should be pushed to subscribers, then seeing the breakdown of viewership subbed and unsubbed. This is an interesting thing too, the unsubbed versus subbed. If you've ever gone and looked at those statistics, I know there are some channels, right, who fully will go at the start of their content, "Hi everybody, did you know that 75% of you are unsubscribed to my channel?" And I see that and go, why are you obsessing over that? Do you know what? That's a really good thing.
That means there's a lot more potential subscribers out there.
Yeah, exactly, right. And you don't need to try and force people to do it, right? Because eventually people are going to either click it or not. But as soon as you start doing that whole, you better subscribe, I can see you, right? You put pressure on people and nobody wants that. There's enough pressure going on in the world. But yeah, if you look at your stats and see like 75% of people are unsubscribed, that's potential, man. That's people who are already watching and potentially will join you. So it's when it's the other way around, you should start to worry, right? That the only people that are watching your content are subscribed. That's a concern. That's when you probably need to change things up.
That's one of the things that makes me a little bit nervous about our community that we have here going on, because you look in these chats and you can go to just about any channel around here, and you're not going to see a lot of new people. And I think sometimes like YouTube maybe like sees, okay, these are the people that are interested in this stuff, and they maybe don't aggressively push it out to too many other people. I do I wonder about that.
Yeah, and look, I can't lie. It's one of the reasons that I moved from doing live app tutorials to pre-recorded stuff. Because, I said, my thing was for the longest time, but I like doing live streams. I like the unpredictability of it, and I love the live banter back and forward. But the replayability was just not on. And eventually I had to succumb to it. And now, again, I look at my YouTube Creator Studio and it says views are up by 47% since doing it. So, I should have done it long ago. That's the other thing you touched on there too. Here's the thing that I find really interesting, and I've brought this up many times. If you go for a job, a normal job, right, and in a warehouse, as a forklift driver, they're not just going to go, "So have you had any experience on a forklift?" "Nah, none." "Okay, well, jump on."
Yeah.
"Good luck. Have fun." Right? And with YouTube, by kind of hiding how things work or being very vague about them, it is this. And what's hard is, so by being vague, you've kind of got to hope that it works and try and find the right lane and okay, so this is working, and then the next video you drop doesn't work. You're like, okay. And what the problem is that if you are being authentic, like YouTube want you to be, then it crushes your fucking soul when it doesn't work. So you've got this added pressure of, what did I do wrong? And then you start questioning everything you do. And it's like, what's the problem in like sending out a memo more direct to YouTube content creators, especially at least on the monetization program, just to say, here's a heads up, this is the changes we're making to the algorithm, just so you get an idea just a little bit more, right? Because that's why a lot of YouTubers who start out end up giving up early, because their souls get crushed. Because, we're meat bags. We've got feelings. We can't bury them. And it hurts sometimes when people, you think, what have I done? Is it me?
Yeah. No, that's totally the case. And, it just gets, I don't know. You have to have a really thick skin to do this kind of thing. And you have to be ready. Like, I haven't had enough abuse. Am I ready for more?
Let's go down this path because we've both been vocal about this and we're both pretty honest about it. I know you're going through shit with this whole YouTube thing at the moment. I have a nervous breakdown every 2 months. I end up in a ball on the floor crying my eyes out over this shit because it's my employment now. It's how I have to pay the bills. And that's an added pressure, right?
Yeah.
And what's your experience, right? Because, you want to make a go of this. And, with declining views and that lack of growth that you just mentioned. Hi, Lisa Noel as well. Mwah. Tell us, Thomas, how is this affecting you mentally?
Yeah, it's difficult. Now I'm in a more, I would say, kind of a bit of a privileged position because I don't have to, and thank goodness because I couldn't, I don't have to rely on this for, anything other than sustaining itself. So, now, because there are so many things that, you kind of feel like you can never stop because, so much is tied into, again, it's sustaining itself. But if it wasn't sustaining itself, then it would be pulling from, my wife and I's personal finances, and that wouldn't be sustainable either. So you kind of do feel a little bit trapped in that regard. But yeah, when you put so much effort into stuff and you just see continually diminishing returns, you're like, all right, well, what's this all about? And it can be really frustrating.
Yeah, it can be really demoralizing. As you said, you really have to have a thin skin because this is the thing too, right? You've got to, and look, there's many people here in the chat who have channels. Lisa's got one. We've got Field Tone Audio, Leela. There's a lot of people who have channels, and you've got to turn on that. Hey,
yeah,
everything's all right. Trust me. As soon as I end this stream, I'm going to cry, because it's a stark reality, right? And this is entertainment. It's always been that way. I've worked in entertainment my whole life. Worked for television networks as a musician. Worked as a journalist myself. And you've got to present that when you're talent. That's why they call people talent. And when you actually are a YouTube content creator, not only are you the talent, right? You're the administrator, you're office work, you do everything. And technical side of it, purchasing the gear, making sure everything's working, it's a whole thing. Where in the television industry, I used to work in accounts in the television industry for companies like National Geographic and Discovery Channel. The talent would just get their Amex card for the month and I'd have to pay it for them and set up their hotel rooms and everything's just set up and they just get in front of the camera. We worked on Mythbusters where I worked. I was one of the accounts people for Mythbusters for about 5 years. And my job there, all I had to do was pay the talent's Amex cards and organize black powder for the next thing they were going to blow up on the next episode. But they would never have to think about anything. They just roll up, get in front of the camera, do their thing. But as a YouTube content creator, you got to look at the numbers and you got to make these decisions on, do I change? What do I change? What do I change to try and get people viewing and doing this kind of stuff? And what do you do, Thomas? Because for your shows, you put yourself in the background, right? You promote other people's music. But in doing that, your content is heavily relied on people's submissions. Whether you like it or not, if people don't submit, you got no fucking show. Yeah. So really, really hard to try and get new talent in. And what do you change before people go, here's the thing with change. It's an interesting subject, change, because when you think something's not working and you change it, then all of a sudden everyone goes, but I like that thing. Like, then why weren't you watching it? Right? So.
No, and there's also like there's two things that can happen when you change things, and one of those things is really bad. So a lot of people will remember that last year I changed URock TV. I changed URock to URock TV. It was going to be a pre-recorded show for a lot of the reasons that you've already talked about here, and it didn't work. And it actually it actually, well, I learned some things from it, and it made the live, when I went back to the live show, I think it made it much better and much smoother. But yeah, it totally didn't work at all.
Yeah, I remember. I did the same thing.
There's always that risk. There's always that risk that, like, you think like what you have right now is bad, but then you might change it to something else, and that could be even worse.
I think too.
But it could also be better.
Yeah. Look, that was a tough one. I think where that didn't work was people love your take on the songs after they're played. They love you, and we love your ums. I'm a bitch.
I'm a big look. I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate for ums, because that's a natural. Natural pause.
You got to own it, Thomas.
Yeah. No. I make no apologies for that. That's just how we talk.
It was only Brad who caused that whole fiasco. Brad,
I've never counted. I've never counted when he was doing shows.
Yeah, I know. But Brad sits there in a chair every day. He's got team Can we get team folks? Are you down for ums? We all do it, right?
Come on.
We all do it. It just is what it is. Hello, Mark's Noise. Ed Zielinski, I haven't said hi to you. Shangy Girl, g'day to you. Look, change is a difficult thing. I did. You did it. You got the blowback. People went, no, we don't like it. And you got to give what the people want, right?
Well, it wasn't so much that like people were in there saying no, we don't like it. It was more like the views got cut in half.
But that's people saying we don't like it, right? Isn't it?
That they voted with their viewership.
That is it. And look, I tried to take away the rant, and and the thing when I did that, right, I took it away because I felt like I was becoming really negative and it was impacting me. So I knew it was a good viewer. Like, it always gets good views, the rant live. And then I took it away, and boy, did I get some emails. So we brought it back.
I'd be so scared to do a show like that.
The rant?
Because I'd be scared of what I'd say.
You're doing it right now.
I know. But if I was doing it every week on my channel, and I didn't have you kind of like directing the conversation.
But that's it, Thomas. But that's about being authentic, right?
Yeah.
I think rant shows always work. I think they do. Because, you are expressing your character, you're expressing your point of view. And of course, you have to be balanced as well at the same time. You just can't. I like ranting. A lot of this channel now, live streams are just rants now. Tech Titties is just a rant with more topics. The rant on Monday for me is just the rant. And here we're doing another rant, right? Rants work. I think they work well. So changing content is, look, Pete here as well. Pete has made a monument. Let's talk about Pete while he's in the room, because Pete canned this week or last week GarageBand Weekly after so many episodes. And do I have an opinion? Of course I have an opinion on it, but it's not my channel. And, so I think if Pete's made that decision, he's made that decision. I would have much rather Pete, instead of kill GarageBand Weekly, just change the name of it and just do a tech-focused show, because he was already covering a broad range of stuff anyway. But that's my opinion. Right. But each creator's got to do what they feels best for them.
Yeah, and of course there's other considerations we don't know about, like
exactly,
what happens, because remember, like you only see us when we're on here.
Yes,
but there's stuff that happens in between the live streams, and it's this thing called like life, and sometimes we have to have time to do that kind of stuff.
Yes. So. Chalkbrook Music, hello, says the interaction of live stream in the music submit shows is key. Otherwise, it's just a playlist, and those are available elsewhere. I agree with Professor Boomer. The personality is key. Yeah, and we love seeing Thomas, give his opinion on the songs, especially when I love it when it's a really shit song and he's got to really do his best to say, and it's somebody new who we don't know and it's really terrible, and Thomas sits there and he's such a beautiful human being.
It's never anything really terrible. Hello to Robbie Stingle. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well.
I'm just fucking with you, Tom. Robbie Stingle says, don't really think about the views. Now, I know that's a lie. That is a lie. I'm going to call you on it, Robbie Stingle, because you're the guy who would come into every chat and tell us all how many millions views you've had. So don't give me that, Robbie Stingle. I love you, Robbie Stingle. Good to see you. Let's get here, burnout. Let's talk about burnout and mental health, because it's a thing. And not only that, it's everywhere in everything we do. Burnout, mental health, it's affecting everybody, no matter what it is, just the day-to-day, the news. We're all like sitting here at the moment going, Jane, stop this crazy thing, as the Jetsons would say, right? Because the world at the moment is just, what? I feel like in 2016 something happened and we did shift a dimension. I feel like something happened.
Well, something did happen. Something did happen in 2016.
Yeah, well, something happened.
Yeah, something happened. Someone happened.
Yeah, well, there's been a dimension shift somewhere, because, man, whew, things are crazy. But the pressure, and it's not only being a YouTuber, but we'll talk about that because we're here, and there's a lot of people who release music. And look, you guys who release music, you're seeing it too, right? The numbers are dropping on your music that you're putting out. There's less clicks everywhere, less views everywhere, and it's a thing, right? What do we do? And a lot of us haven't changed anything. This is where it gets really, what is it? I think part of it is that the world is so crazy at the moment, and so many people having to work multiple jobs just to be able to pay their rent, and people just don't have the time at the moment to invest in YouTube like they did since the inconvenience of COVID. And,
yeah, well, and I know, I started my channel. You started really doing stuff on YouTube during the inconvenience, and it's kind of gave us a jaded perspective on what to expect.
Yes,
because that was a time where everybody was at home, nobody had anything else to do but freak out about what was going on, and then get away from it by watching YouTube. And engrossing themselves in these live streams and stuff, and now that's not so much the case.
Yeah, and we knew this was going to happen. I remember talking about a lot on my channel that hey, COVID, enjoy this while you can. We started at a good time. I started during that period of time, and the channel kicked off very quickly, a lot faster than most channels would now. I know, because I'm trying to get another channel off the ground, and boy, is that a lot of hard work on top of doing this channel as well. Walk With Me has been a lot of hard, and it's going to get harder. But and I agree with Professor Boomer here. Money's so tight. People don't have the surplus anymore, and it's about paying bills. Groceries, food. We can't deny this stuff because it is happening all around the world. And, me and Russ were talking about this the other day. We get our groceries delivered, and Russ was like, how about corned beef? How expensive is that? And I was just like, dude, what do you mean just corned beef? What about everything? It's just everything, man. Everything's so expensive.
I know here, just for us, our grocery bills have probably doubled.
Yeah.
I would say since 2020, since before the pandemic.
And if you're relying on YouTube as a form of income like I do, that's not going up. It's going down. So this is the stress. I think this is part of the stress for me that is causing burnout and mental health stuff. But, I think my advice doing this kind of stuff is to have a good backbone of friends that you can talk to, a few friends that you can just have to spitball ideas and talk shit. And, I've got that with Brad and Russ. I have an idea, and Leela, we sit on Clubhouse, and I'm able and Jenny as well, and Ron, and I just spitball some crazy shit on that I'm going to do on the channel, and am able to sit there day after day and just go, fuck, YouTube is melting my brain, help. All right, I've got it out now. I can sit there. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm so happy.
Well, a lot of times, and it feeds into itself too, because a lot of times, I come into the way things have been going, especially with the Hour of Rock on Saturdays, which you should definitely be watching that, by the way, 8 p.m. Eastern time. No, I'll come into it with I bet nobody's even going to be there.
Yeah.
And if you start off at that point, if that's where you're starting from, It's only going to go downhill from there. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, it's not like it was, right? And
I remember when we used to do those shows, we used to get 30, 40, 50 people watching it.
yeah.
You know, you get in, you start the show and there's already 25 people in the chat. And then now you go in there and there's like 3 people. You're like, ah, fuck, it's going to be one of those nights.
Yeah, I guess, I mean, that's the thing, right? You got to enjoy doing this. And that's the thing that keeps me coming back. Like, I think that's the thing. Like, overall, like, sure, being monetized and having to rely on that, that's the stress part. But whenever I have a mental health episode as a content creator, the thing that brings me back each and every time is I love apps. I do. I love them. They're so much fun. It's actually fun to learn this stuff. I love performing on the weekend. I love doing rants like this where I can just talk utter cuckoo shit and you guys come along and allow me to do it. It's fun. I love doing this with the camera. It's so much fun. It's the only reason I'm a content creator. Ed says it's also good to keep in mind what you're offering must provide value and offer something that is unique and not available from 100 other sources. That's it. And I think, again, that's where your authenticity should come through and not just be a clone.
Well, this is another thing that I think about very, very consciously is I do 3 shows a week and I try to make sure like 2 of those shows are not about me. They're, you know, the one show is promoting people's music. The other show is kind of a how-to or, you know, kind of, you know, thinking critically about making music and everything that goes along with that. And then I have one show that's kind of self-indulgent and it's performing my own music on Saturdays, which is probably, funny enough, probably the one show I would never stop doing just because I like to do it just, you know, if nothing else, it keeps my skills sharp. In terms of that and gives me an opportunity to like feel what it's like to perform these songs because otherwise it's probably not going to happen. So, but I do think I think it's kind of good to have a, you know, at least 50%, if not more of the content that you have geared towards, helping other people.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, we've talked about this many times and I try and offer suggestions to you and Leela and stuff, and they don't always work because I don't know it's going to work either. I like it when I would love to see you do more stuff where you're like this with a guest. I think you bounce off people really well too, like because you got a lot to say, Thomas. I get pissed off because here's the thing, right? And I'm just going to say it. You're going to have to deal with it, right? I think Thomas gives so much, and it breaks my heart when I see Thomas do a live stream and get 50 views. I think, you know, he plays everyone's music and generously puts in a lot of time. And I'm going to promote Thomas till the end of time. If you see him live, just go and hang out for a little bit. Help this guy here. He really does put in a lot of work. And he's genuine. And, you know, there's not a lot of shows that are doing it anymore. It was a big hit losing Hippie. And, you know, I think you look at, I'm just shooting the shit as it is. Look at someone like Dwight Bailey, right? His views are nowhere near what they used to be because Hippie used to talk him, boom, right on, Dwight Bailey, bang, the hit man, boom, right on. And without that, poor old Dwight's, you know, people's views have taken a hit. Now, I saw Robbie write a comment here. I want to find this. I've really got a big time hermit going on. I'm still paying my $1 for Lee and Thomas. I'm still paying for Val, but I don't really feel welcomed too much by her viewers. Oh, don't feel like that, Robbie, please, because, you know, here's the thing, right? I don't get to watch Valerie as much as I wanted because she's on while I'm asleep. And what I do is every week she's on, I wake up, I set the alarm, I put her on my iPad, and then I go back to sleep. I say hello and go back to sleep. And, you know, different audiences are there throughout all the time. I look at my channel and, man, people who were here 6 years ago, they're gone. Whole new people come and go. But just believe this, 100% Robbie Stingle. We see you come in, you are loved, mate. And don't.
Yeah.
I know Brad has said this too. He goes, "Oh, I feel like some places I'm not." It's in your head. It's in your head. Trust me, it's in your head.
I miss Robbie on my show. He
Yeah.
used to,
Yeah.
First of all, I mean, he does the heartfelt ballads. It was always super authentic. And then the second thing is, when he would do the, playing the guitar with his teeth and stuff. That was amazing.
Now, one thing
Nobody else was doing that.
No, and one thing, Robbie, that's not an invitation to start sending me nudes again on Messenger. Joking. But you got to have a laugh, right? But look, nothing's changed, right? It is a thing. Different people come and go, and sometimes I think it's in our heads, man, that we see, oh, I don't feel like I fit anymore. I don't know these people, but different crowds come and go. But I'll tell you the one thing, it doesn't matter who's in the audience at the chats. It matters if the creator's nosy, right? And I'm sure Valerie's heart broke a little bit then when she read that, because I know if it was about, I would as well too, because you want people to feel welcome, unless they're exactly you. Ken is not welcome. That's a private joke. Right, we've got off track, folks. We're at the end of the show. I'm going to give the power to you. Do you want us to go for an extra 20 minutes longer or so and kind of get to the last points that we had? Because we've got a little interactive bit at the end. You let me know by putting a 1 in the chat if you want us to go a little bit longer, if you're enjoying this conversation. And we will not listen. You're lucky, Mix Club. I saw a video this week from the Catch a Predator program, and the guy in the thumbnail looked incredibly like you, and I nearly screenshotted it and sent it to you. I know it's not you, but it looked heaps like you. Maybe I'll screenshot it and send it later. Good to see Rhett dropping videos as well to this. We're getting ones.
What's up, Brett?
People want us to go. All right, we'll keep going. Are you cool with that, Thomas? Have you got anywhere?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
You got anywhere to be?
No.
All right. Well, you're stuck here now, folks. You got to do me a favor, right? Watch Thomas. I love Thomas, and he needs your songs. Even if you haven't been there for a while, go send him a bloody song, right? Help him.
Rock.thomaschrist.net.
Exactly. Well done. See, if we had good moderators in here, Thomas, they would be posting the link.
Yeah.
Okay? Thomas is not here. He's on the screen. Anyway.
I know.
Yeah. They don't pick up the slack. Russ with his one arm. All right. Let's talk about this. Can you still make a living on YouTube?
I would say no. I would say no. I think it's real. I think it'd be really difficult. Especially in the United States.
Valerie, who's hardly ever has never moderated anything on this fucking channel. She's like a token mod. Is the one who's done it. And I don't mean that in a negative way, Valerie, right? Because she likes to stay quiet, right? She likes to stay in the background. That's just Val, right? But she's the one who did it. I love it.
Leela's got it too.
Leela's there.
I know Leela's got it.
Leela's there. Anyway, they're not wrenches anymore. They're shields. Shields. Protective shields. All right. So you don't think you can make a living?
I think it'd be really, really difficult. I'm working.
It is true. It is difficult.
I'm working 2 jobs outside of YouTube. And I have a third income from Amelia, and it's still tough.
Yeah. Look, and this is why here on this channel I've lucky enough to have a sponsor from these guys up here from DistroKid who are sponsoring this show. Again.
I think that's the key. You have to have sponsorships.
Yeah, but the thing is, you've got to have enough subscribers to be able to get a sponsorship, right? That's the thing. If you get a sponsorship and then nobody's clicking through to the thing, then it's not going to last long, right? That's it's hard work.
And I imagine with things getting, just generally more difficult, like economically across the globe, and things being tougher on YouTube, it's probably tougher to get sponsorships than it used to be.
Look, and the thing is, this is harder to put into motion than to say, right? If
Yeah.
you really want to like make a living, in my opinion, you have to go so all in that you sacrifice everything, right? So,
Yeah.
just from my example, I haven't had a relationship for 10 years with another human being. And recently this year, I've been like, fuck, man, I'm getting a bit lonely. And I tried to go on some dating sites, and everybody I met was a fucking lunatic. But it's a very lonely thing, because you have to be 250% committed. Like we've discussed, the algorithm is unforgiving. You've got to continue to keep putting more content out. You've got to keep it fresh, thumbnails, all this stuff, replying to people, being responsible. There's so much, and you have to go 100% so hardcore in, and it's not always going to work. That's the thing. But, persistence is key, and consistency is key as well. But then in saying that, you're consistent, right? And and you feel like you're bashing your head against a brick wall at some points,
Yeah.
But look, you can.
And then there's things sometimes that don't make sense. Like recently I just had another thing where I got a bunch more subscribers.
Right.
But it didn't lead to I still had a show this week that You Rock where I barely got enough submissions to do the show. So I'd make that make sense.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
It's like even with Patreon, right? So I've got Patreon, and I've got, I think, around 80 paid members on Patreon, but I've got like 170 patrons, right? But even just with the paid ones, we do giveaways, right, each week on the Patreon, and it's the same 10 people that enter every week. And there's all these other people that are paying, and you just think, do you want to win anything? Right? But everybody has their own way of watching. There's this thing is really hard. Our little group here that we have, which we talk about all the time, we're so weird. This is such a weird and unique space that we have here. I know I've discussed this. Many people I've had on who have big channels, for example, like Venus Theory, right? Massive YouTube content creator. He came on here and experienced an interview with me, and after the show was like, why is everybody in your chat so nice? Like my chat, everybody's just ripping me to shreds for 2 hours that I'm live, just questioning everything I do, making me feel bad for every decision. So we have this very unique space where I think, who was it? Somebody left the comment up here earlier who's, I can't find the comment now, who's only new here. And I can't remember. And they were saying how positive this place is. I don't know how we've manifested this. It's a very interesting little group we've manifested because,
I think the credit goes in large part to folks like Pete Johns and yourself who have who exemplify that. And I think you are, your audience is going to be a lot like you at the end of the day. And I think that, through the work that you've done, you fostered that and built on that foundation. And I think it's so key to have a good foundation, because there've been groups before that didn't have a great foundation, and the result was lots of not good things happening. And
so what you're saying is everybody here is like me, because my merchandise, if you didn't know, folks, which is down below in the description.
But it only says "unt." It's missing the C.
Yeah, I know, but we all know what it means. We all know what it means. we all know. Valerie says, I don't think I would keep streaming if I got all that negativity. 99% of my chat is super positive and supportive and fun, so it's a pleasure. Yes, indeed, because, look, Valerie, I'm going to talk about her for a second. No matter how well you know Valerie and think, wow, she's really out there and on screen and answers questions and plays guitar, and she's very vulnerable on her channel. But secretly, well, not secretly, behind the scenes, she's just like all of us, right? She's very takes things to heart. We all get hurt very easily over the smallest comment. She's terrible at getting back to people. You know, and sees comments come through and goes, "Oh, I don't want to answer this shit." We all are like this. Right?
I sympathize with that.
Yeah, absolutely. With her as well too. But
it's totally irrational. But you just like you get it, and you get depressed if you don't get it.
Yeah.
But then you do get it, and then you're like, oh my god, I gotta respond to all these people. Holy shit.
But I watch Valerie and just go, but that's not what. Again, it's the talent. You're on camera, right? You're on the hot plate. You're a dancing Russian bear. You gotta dance or your feet will get burnt, right? So, yeah. But Valerie is incredibly talented and incredibly fun too, right? So, and very vulnerable. I think that's the thing that draws me in too. All the stuff that's gone down with Mr. Smith and stuff. We've seen Valerie at an incredible vulnerable state, and I can't tell you how much it's helped me seeing somebody as fucked up as her over this stuff. So look, I don't know if you can still make a living off this shit. I don't know what to tell you. Is it luck? Yeah. I think we can just come down to YouTube, the land of luck. Really, that's the ultimate takeaway. If I had never considered doing my stuff on a live stream, but I'm glad I did. And they have pushed me to actually create music. Yes, look, I love your live streams. I was there today for them as well, for one of your streams. And, you know, some people would go and watch and go, this guy's just sitting here making music for 2 hours. But there's something about it, right? It's watching you make something. I find that incredibly interesting to watch somebody make something in real time. It's not for everybody. I'm sure you're going to get those people that are going to say 2 hours and you didn't mind. Get to the point. You will get that. You can't change it. I'm trying to cry less, damn it. Well, yeah. You know what? Cry, folks. Cry. You know, it's not like none of us, we don't cry.
Again, we're not automatons. We're human beings.
Yeah, that's it. And, you know, we have this culture in the world at the moment of like, oh, feelings. It's like, listen, dickhead. There's a few things we're made up of, right? And that's bone, water, blood, tissue, skin, fingernails, right? And fucking feelings. You know, everybody's remembers the whole culture of men back in the 60s and 50s who used to bottle up their feelings, and nobody would want to go and talk to them because they were miserable old so-and-sos.
And that was exemplified as a value. You're the strong silent type.
Stoic. I think they used to call it stoic. It's like, no, asshole. Let's be honest. Like, if you don't like let out that emotion, it comes out in other ways. You know, you got to, those emotions are there. They're uncontrollable. You got to let them out when they happen. Is originality being rewarded as a content creator? Because you've got a lot of people chasing the same trends. You've got the rise of reaction and copycat content. And YouTube, are they encouraging creators to play it safe?
I mean, I think that, you know, there's not a lot that's original in this world.
No.
If we're being completely honest, because everything is built on the back of something that came before us. You know, whether it's music, we're all a lot of us are musicians. We wear our influences on our sleeves. You know what kind of stuff. Because that's where did we get that from? We learned it from those people that we listened to. Yeah. And the same thing with YouTube. We're learning YouTube. Every time I watch YouTube is a learning experience for me, because I'm like, maybe there's something here that I can borrow.
Yeah, and look, it obviously works. I mean, this is, again, I talked about this at the start of the show, this rise of the faceless content creators who are starting these channels as gurus, telling you how to have a faceless YouTube channel, teaching people how to have a faceless YouTube channel. And when you watch the content, it's like, but you're just showing people, you're just going to Mr. Beast's channel, taking his thumbnails, putting it in AI and just stealing but it works.
Yeah.
People are clicking on it.
And It's always about real estate too, for some reason.
How to get rich.
Anytime I see something like how to make money on YouTube or something, it's like, well, create a real estate channel and talk about listings and stuff. Like, I don't know.
Gurus. I love it.
I guess there's a lot of people looking for that.
How to get big doing the thing that I never actually got big doing, but I'm just telling you how to do it because other people have done it.
Yeah.
What?
Well, at least there are some people that have said like, okay, like I actually did this thing, and they show, you know, how they did it and stuff. And at least, you know, at least you have that.
I think there are more people starting. I'm seeing this across, because I watch a lot of different YouTube content, right? I try to watch as much different stuff as possible. And especially in the guru space, there's a lot of people talking about, yeah, I'm going to give up doing what I'm doing and just do how to have a good YouTube channel, how to do this, and just focus it on that, because there seems to be a lot of people who want to spend more time watching how to have a good YouTube channel than just to have a go at having a good YouTube channel.
But I think also like how-to content is really struggling right now because of AI, and I know like you and Pete have both talked about this, when you do a search, now it's giving you like, it's taking stuff from your videos and it's giving you the answer, so you don't actually have to watch the video.
Yeah, this is the thing. This is what Google's fallen into. Whenever you do a Google search now, you're getting first the AI thing at the top. And if you didn't know, you can actually go in and turn that off, folks. In the one part of Google's latest update, you can actually go in and turn it off. But that is a thing, right? And it's another thing where YouTube are talking out this side of their mouth, but out this side of their mouth, something completely different. Like, so here's this AI-generated Gemini search that comes up, which is, Pete showed it in real time on his channel. He did a search on Google and it came up with the Gemini little AI thing, which was basically taking the information from his fucking YouTube video. So why would you click on the video if it's...
Exactly.
It is so cannibalistic.
So I don't know what you do about that if you're a how-to creator, because and that's in not just music, but any field, you know, it could be carpentry, because you're going to look up something, or you know, like home improvement or something. You're going to look up, how do I change how do I fix my sink drain? How do I fix my toilet that's running? And you don't actually have to watch the video to find out, because it'll just tell you from quotes that it takes from the video.
Manny's just put this question up. You want to hear part of my sick sense of humor, folks? The things that give me pleasure. Right? Yeah, there's this on Facebook. There's this content. This musician. I shouldn't even call him a musician, right? An AI artist, and they keep popping up in my feed. They're called Ava something, and here she is, Ava Bentley. Now I've got to turn down. I don't want to play her music. Look at this video. Hang on. The person isn't real. It's not real. Every video on their channel, they do these teasers, right, of like my upcoming album, it's coming out. And the person's different every time. Like, because anyway, the funny thing is about it, the music's shit. It's completely Suno generated, no change. They've created this whole character around. Like, firstly, the thing that makes me laugh is you are living inauthentically. You have this thing that's not you. Nothing that they represent is you. It's completely not you, right? So, but what I find really awesome is on Facebook, they're paying for Facebook ads, right? And then when I went over to the channel last night to have a look, they've only got 269 subscribers. So it doesn't always work, right?
No.
And the amount of shit this person is putting into this is so much, right? And they got, look at all these releases. Look how many albums they've released in 6 months. Like, that's a lot of music. Like,
at least it's timeless. That's good.
At least there is some kind of pushback happening against this kind of shit. It is good to see that people are going, you know what? I don't like this. I feel like I'm being bullshitted too. Like, this person is not real. Everything's bullshit. Like, even one of the videos was like, it's an ad. This AI generated this blonde woman. She's like, hey, I just got out of the recording studio. It's like, no, you didn't. You didn't at all. Right? Fucking so weird. It's so weird that people want to live in this bizarre fantasy world.
Well, we've had a few experiences with that.
We have. We've seen it, you know. We had an artist in this community who seriously is still going, I'm real, I'm making it. It's like, you're not. Like, that's got to be so weird to die on that cross.
I know.
Oh, wow. Wow. It's got to be so tiring to have to defend it all the time when you know it's not you.
It just seems like eventually you're going to run into a situation where you're going to get found out.
Yeah, and it's like anything. Like, if you build a lie up, like I've said this many times on my channel, being trans for me felt like I spent 30 years lying to all my friends. So coming out wasn't really about like, oh, it was like finally around my friends, I could be finally really authentic. And if you fuck off from me and don't want to be my friend anymore, well, now you've shown how authentic you are. Because I'm the same person, right? It's just different gender marker. Who cares? Bit of lipstick. Whatever.
Exactly.
But yeah, to live such a lie that is really avoidable. Like 100% avoidable. Like, why not just say, yeah, I'm just generating the music. It's so weird. Anyway, the cost of being a creator. We got 2 more points we're going to cover, folks, and then we'll let you get on with your day. So the cost of being a creator, it's a thing, right? So equipment, software, production costs, all this stuff, you know, and it's the little things too. It's not always just, a brand new microphone. It's cables, man, cables. Don't get me started on cables. So when you have a setup, I can't even hit the right button. A setup that's kind of crazy shit like this, one cable goes, and it's the end, right? And then you got to find which one it is. I have a wardrobe just full of HDMI cables, USB cables. I've got more cables in a goddamn computer shop. Because
you have more cables than those old switchboards that people used to.
It's true, Thomas. You should see it's a whole shelf just full of brand new cables in their packets. Because you got to have it, right? Because if something goes wrong, and you don't have one, there goes.
Yeah, because you never know what could happen.
Yeah, you wake up one morning, your hard drive's gone. You know, this is the thing, right? So the hidden cost, but the biggest cost, I think, with this kind of stuff is the emotional cost. It's the time and the investment of emotions and all this kind of stuff. And that's the thing that I think a lot of channels don't focus on. You know, I see a lot of channels talking about the gear you need and how to have the thumbnail. And not a lot of them are talking about the emotional, mental health of this stuff and how draining it is and how much you really have to be able to invest emotionally into this. And that's why we do these, right? There's one of the main focuses on this because it's a high cost. It's because money.
It is.
Money's a manifested thing we've created as a species to trade. Doesn't really.
I mean, money's a big thing too.
Of course,
I've probably put, and I'm sure you have too. I've probably put thousands of dollars into this.
Oh, mate,
many thousands.
Yeah, this room alone is.
That if I was really being super honest with myself, I probably shouldn't do.
Yeah, but you know, hey, this is the thing. We obviously like it, and that's why we do it. That's why we make music. So again, this isn't about complain. Poor me, I'm emotional. I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. This is the thing that I've always wanted to do, and I get to do it every day, and it's great. But you know, there's ups and downs with all this kind of stuff, no matter what it is that you do. To close this out, we're going to pass it over to people in the audience, and you as well, and myself. Everybody in the chat, if you had the opportunity to run YouTube for a day, what would be one thing you would implement? Just one thing. Give you some time. We'll pass it to Thomas. One thing that you would implement on YouTube, Thomas?
That is a tough one because there's a lot of things.
Yeah,
but
I know.
I would probably bring back. Do you remember back in the day of YouTube, the early days of YouTube? They used to have like a thing where like they would just like randomly put your channel like on the front page of YouTube.
Yes. Recommended YouTube channels. Yes.
Yeah, I think they should bring that back.
Yeah. Why not? Great idea. Great idea. I'll give mine. I just think the one thing is a person for creators that you are able to connect with to get help. Just that one thing. Like at the same time, it's going to stimulate employment.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing they used to have. I think when they first started the partner program, like people used to get like a creator liaison or something.
Yeah.
And then now it's just gotten to a point where they just said, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, like there's nothing more heartbreaking than actually when you think you're talking to someone and then you start to realize if this is a person, I think I know more about YouTube than them.
Yeah.
Because they're giving me shit I already know. Just at least the decency of a real person for creators. That would be fantastic. Hugh Caldwell says, no vertical. Yeah, I'm on with that. Where would we put all the crazy people? Where would they go?
The vertical asylum.
They'd all go back to TikTok, wouldn't they? Where they can wear their tinfoil hats and talk about drink milk with sugar and bicarb in it, and you won't get cancer. Man, there are some crazy ideas.
That's all you have to do.
On TikTok, people are crazy. One customer service get out of jail card that lasts a lifetime. You may need that. Require proof of copyright on the side of the accuser and monetary fee for incorrect strikes. I like that. Let me tell you, last week I got a strike because you remember that violin thing I was playing over the top of Tech Titties when I was going, poor Apple?
Yeah.
I got claims for that, right?
Oh, geez.
Here's the thing. I know that was going to get me a claim. I knew, because I know that's a registered song by an artist. But here's the thing. I got 2 content claims for it from the actual artist and then some other quit who's used it in one of their songs. How does that work? You can't have 2 people owning it. I'm just scratching my head going, what? That's so stupid. Lily Pilly says an AI limit. Can you expand on that? What do you mean by that? Please. Stop being so punitive for missing uploading or videos getting global blocks. They really don't like it. Yeah. Oh, look, don't again. I did a stream 2 years ago. You may remember it. It was about how music has changed history. And I featured artists like Queen and and you know, I focused on the LGBT movement and how Lady Gaga was part of that. It was a thing I put together and put a lot of work into. And I knew it was going to get claimed, and it got claimed, right? And it was a DistroKid sponsored show. Thank you, DistroKid. This week, I got a thing saying the video's been blocked globally. 2 years after.
Usually it goes the other way. Usually they block it at first, and then they're randomly like, oh, it's not blocked anymore.
And guess what it was for? Playing Queen, I Want to Break Free. So I had to go in and cut the song out so it would stay on the 2 years. What are we doing? Real tech support accessibility. Yes, we need more accessibility 100% for just for everybody, right?
Yeah.
$5,000 gift certificate each year for content creators. Okay. Lily Pellies.
That's good.
I watch documentaries, even sports, people talking about their careers. 5 minutes into it, I realize it's AI. All right, cool. Yes, I agree. Faceless content, and they are getting rid of that. That's what they say, inauthentic content. They are trying to get rid of that. I hate that. I'm sure many of you hate that as well. You're getting into it. You're like, yeah, this is good information. Hang on a minute. I can't
Yeah,
in good
but there's a lot of
conscience.
that. There's a lot of that with like it's like weird animal stuff. Like they'll have these things like these are the things that like the birds are saying about you when you're not outside, and then you click on and you click on it, and it's like it's just an AI narrated video, and it's completely like it's not even factual, and like actual biologists, bird people are actually looking at this and saying, no, this is not true. None of this is accurate.
The one thing they are cracking down on, and they did make a specific case on this, which I think is great. And you may have seen these videos, the videos where like there's a cat stuck in a drain and somebody comes along and rescues it, because they've been found out the very same people who are rescuing the cat in the drain stuffed the cat in the drain in the first place. And man, that is another level of depraved. So, that kind of content is real. A lot of the big in the 2016s, the family content, the happy families. And then you find out they kept the kids in the basement and threw rocks at them. And you're like, what the hell? Nearly every one of those channels had some kind of massive controversy. I think anything that's using kids or animals, for the most part, you go, yeah, I'm not really sure about this. I wonder what happens when the camera goes off. It's not good. Paul says, get rid of all the channels telling you how to cheat YouTube. Yeah. This is the inauthentic stuff. Like, why are they allowing this to get through? We've got Professor Boomer. Actually, YouTube needs to fix its programming API. Spent too much time this month finding their bugs that they don't care to fix. What else? I think, have we got everyone? I think that's good. Shall we wrap this up and bring this thing home?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. So, folks, thank you for hanging out today. Thank you for those who did a donation. Thank you to DistroKid for sponsoring this show and continued support. Next week, I think our interview will actually be a pre-recorded interview, because my guest, if all goes well, I do believe is Dan Baker. And we're going to do a pre-recorded interview for that, because he has just currently gone through getting a brain tumor removed. He's an amazing artist, and hopefully we can sort that out during this week. DistroKid will be sponsoring that one as well. After the show, Lily Pillies has a premiere. Can one of our mods find that and bang that in the chat? And we can help everybody get over to Lily Pillies. I'm just looking if I can find it. Mind you, let's run through some stuff. Valerie live tomorrow. Walk with me. It's the start of season 5 tomorrow as well. Strings and Pucks. Valerie's doing a special show because Pole Vault's away, where she's going to listen to Pole Vault's entire album. I can't wait to see. When I saw that, I laughed my head off. Like she said, like it's going to be some kind of trauma event. So that's everybody pray for her. Valerie's. So you're going to need to help Valerie out tomorrow, get through the trauma of getting through an entire Pole Vault album. We got. I think Laurie's doing Christmas in July as well. Gary Hubbs, Leela doing her thing. Then on the following day, of course, you got Pete Johns, you got Thomas Christ, you got me, Wolfstone Studio, Camp G-May, lots of entertainment. And you know the deal. There's lots of great stuff all through the week, and you should be getting over there. And even just, if you can't make it, just view it for at least 20 seconds and get the hell out there. Give them a view at least, right? If you can't make it. It is what it is. I can't.
By the way, I looked for that Lily Pillies. I looked on their channel and I didn't see it.
Yeah, where is it? I'm looking for it as well too. And are you sure you've set it up? Whenever I write Lily Pillies, I just get gardening channels.
No, I got to him through the chat, but
right. Where is it?
I don't see it.
Look, just go over to Lily Pillies. You're all probably subscribed to it.
Oh wait, I found it.
Thomas, good job. You're working your ass off. And folks, if you can, go over and support Thomas, yeah, because he busts his ass every week. He performs live, and if you haven't seen him perform live, You know, he puts his heart into each and every performance. And if you're lucky, you'll get epilepsy from the lighting. It's amazing stuff. You really do need to put a warning on your show, Thomas, and start. Mind you, those suffering epilepsy may not want to watch.
Well, it's not much different than what you would see if you went to go see a band live, right?
I know, but you know, you got to. It would make me laugh if you put an epilepsy warning at this stuff. Anyway, thank you to DistroKid as well too. Let me do one last read quickly. So if you didn't know, DistroKid, they're your gateway to release your music. Go do it. Sign up. Use my code. You'll get 7% off your first year. They're fantastic, and I'm very thankful for their ongoing support. Thank you, Thomas, for graciously giving your time here. Thank you, everybody.
No, thank you for having me on.
Anytime. And thank you, folks, for being a part of the chat and getting involved. It's been great to have you all here. And if you're watching on the replay, hello to you, and hit the like, subscribe, or don't, right? Completely up to you. Or hate watch. Just don't bother telling me you hate me. I don't care. All right, so it's all good. I think Chris Lane Sr.'s got a show on today as well over on his channel, so go over and hang out there. Lily Pillies has got a thing up next, all that stuff. Do the things that make you happy, folks. We're going to go out with a Thomas Christ song because I forgot to open with it today. We're going to go out with a collab he did with Dan Ekberg called Hindsight 2020. If you haven't heard it, you're going to hear it right now. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together. Stay awake. And you know, Thomas Christ is the new Christ. Let's ooge!
Let's ooge.